hello once again to Blaine's Escape Corner. It is that Friday time again, the Fun Time Friday, where we have some people on the actual stream and do some chit-chatting in the old person. I wasn't that late. Come on. I've been later in the past. We can we can look past this. All right. Serranos, welcome once again to the Escape Corner.
I started face palming before.
Oh no, did I? Oh, hold on. Now I'll turn you up.
No.
It's okay. It was just me. It was just me that couldn't hear you. Everybody else heard you.
Okay. Yeah. I am.
How are you holding up on day 4 of nonstop Nut November? I'm almost out of Gatorade.
Let's not talk about that.
It's a good thing Costco carries body armor. Oh, I can finally.
The best thing about being an avatar is I don't have to take a shower before I go online. Imagine I have to take a shower before I go outside and before I go online. That would suck.
Who showers before they go online? It's the internet. They can't smell you.
No, it's greasy hair.
Greasy hair? What, you think this hair is greasy? Is that what you're trying to say? I have weird hair. I got some weird hair. I will agree to that. Welcome, Pop. Compile.
Hey guys, chat.
Hello.
No, I have odd hair. So I'm an everyday shower. I wake up, I do my workout, sit in the sauna for 15 minutes, and then shower up afterwards.
This new man has jumped on stream here. Blaine disappeared.
Oh yeah, hello, it is me, Blaine.
He can't see me anymore either.
He's back.
I've got the super far distance, so like, anything that's like, I don't know, 200 yards out, and like maybe a foot tall text that's 200 yards out, it gets a little hard to read. So these just bring it all into focus. Too much gel? I don't wear any gel. That's what I was trying to say. Is like I can just have this really weird hair. It's very, very pliable. I can kind of do whatever I want with it, but it's not like if you touch it, it doesn't feel greasy. It doesn't feel like there's something in it. It's just like hair that will move and do wherever you put it. NASA should study it, really. Where did Glasses Beard go? I only see pasty goatee. It's my alternate identity. Whenever I don't want to be found on, oh, that's what I should do. Oh, my friend's account on the internet should be just the hair with no glasses. That's not me. That guy doesn't wear glasses.
Yeah, I don't bother wearing glasses at the computer. I don't need them.
Shower, you take a bath. Okay. When was the last time you took a bath? And I don't mean like you were in like a jacuzzi or like a hot tub or something like that. Like you actually went and took a bath with the purpose of getting clean.
I haven't taken a bath since I was 8.
Probably be a year ago for me.
Year ago?
Yeah.
I feel like I tried it when I moved out. And I was like, I forgot how disgusting the water gets with all the soap and everything. And then I have to shower off at the end anyway. And I was like, why did I bother? I haven't gone back since. Dragon Roost says yesterday.
That's why Dragon Roost is a woman.
That is true. I mean, look, Fansite loves baths.
Bubble baths.
Bubble baths with your big bath bomb.
Yeah.
Is that your escape corner? Is in the bathtub?
Guys, like I can't be wrong. My supposition has to be correct.
No, I figured Dragon Roost would know all about the bubble bath.
One life benefit, you don't have that white guy hair. None of that gel, shampoo, conditioner crap. What? I mean, I only shampoo most of the time. Sometimes I condition, but most of the time I just shampoo.
Head, doesn't he?
Must.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he's calling out white guy hair. I don't think my hair is dictated by my race, is it? It's more of an ethnicity thing, isn't it?
My hair has very specific ways it wants to be poking out because I cracked my skull when I was a child.
Ooh.
Oh, ooh,
Natural
geez.
part in the crack of your
Yeah.
skull there.
Yeah, cowlicks.
Oh, I've got all my cowlicks hide on the back of my neck, so like unless you're right behind me and I don't have hair long enough, you can't see them. So
Yeah, it's like on from the top of the head, just 3 directions, tri-directional. It's
Like a
so
trigun.
yeah, you got trigun head. You know, little head, and you just cracked it in, and now you got these 3 little pieces that are all going which wrong way.
Yeah, it's not useful. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good thing to do for your brain or your hairline.
Yeah.
That's Christmas it was a Christmas vacation with the uncle. What is that guy's name?
You talking about Cousin Eddie or no?
Cousin Eddie, yes. And he's like, I used to have a metal plate in my head, from the accident, but every time she used the microwave, I shit myself and forgot who I was for 15 minutes. So I got a new plastic one in place, and if I take any damage, I could dent it. Then my hair just won't look right. Oh, you don't think that's how cowlicks work? What are you talking about? That's not how cowlicks work. I have a cowlick. It looks like a cow licked your hair because it all goes one direction, and like the back of my head, like it all grows one way and then this way. But if it gets long enough, then that direction of growth doesn't matter because it all will just go down.
Yeah, because it's just like it just kind of goes different ways.
Yeah, it's like the root wants to go this way, but it's like drilling underground. You drill underground, you can turn it all which way. It doesn't matter what angle it's entering the earth at. You can get it to move.
Directional drilling.
Dude,
yes.
I watched a practical engineering video on it. It was fascinating. And then he duplicated it. He made like gelatin and then like shoved a wire through the gelatin with like the tip of the wire bent a little bit to show you how you can just twist the wire as it goes in and you can send it different directions. I was like, oh,
it's crazy.
Oh, I get it now.
That's something.
I love practical explanations of things.
Yeah, like practical exploits of our current condition.
Exactly. Let me know how it is. Just how far down your head are you talking? Literally the bottom, like right, like the bottom 2 inches of the hair on this side grow straight this way until they get a little bit longer, and then they all go downward. Science, bro. Yeah. Oh, I gotta share I got another one of those what is his name? FPV shorts where he's like making fun of those how-to videos. Let me see if I can pull this up easily.
Oh,
without
that guy.
Echo.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so funny. Also, there's a video on AI generated art getting out of hand. Out of hand, I say. I think it's FPV Funk? Is that Funk FPV? Yeah, that's his name. Welcome, Nico. Nico, how are you doing? You think they're supposed to be at the top? Well, that's what your problem is. You just don't know. Yeah, we figured it out.
Yeah.
Ignorance strikes once again.
I mean, if you had a cowlick on the back of your head, you probably know.
It's true. It's very, very true. All right, I have to do this in a very weird way. Okay, shorts are special. Those shorts are over here. I have to open it up, and I have to pause it, and then I have to select my audio out for this one, and then I can share a tab. Oh my gosh. Why is it? And share the audio from the tab. Okay. And then, all right, this should work. I swear this should work.
You definitely know what you're doing.
While this plays out, let me tell you this story about this time. About 20 years ago, I was using a little.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yep.
It half works because I can't hear it.
You don't need to hear it playing.
All right, I'll just trust you guys. All right.
Angle grinder
I've already
to cut
listened
some
to
steel,
this one,
and it slipped.
I think these grinders
went right through my glove, into my finger, right down to the bone. And yeah, it was pretty bad. I probably should have gotten stitches, but I was too busy that day, so I just wrapped it with duct tape and shop towels. So
good Lord,
just
I've
imagine
never
what
seen
this
that
fucking
before.
thing
You've
would
not
do to your
seen one of
finger if it
these?
slipped.
No.
No, I
Don't buy
wouldn't use
these.
that.
These are dumb.
No.
Should be illegal.
Yeah.
So while this plays out, let me tell you this.
Jesus.
Yeah, no.
The best part about this is when you get to the end, after the guys put a couple like straight cuts into it, he takes a chainsaw and just starts hitting the wood sideways.
That's how you
and yeah,
kill
I
yourself.
muted. Yeah, he's like, okay, so we do a cut. Okay, that kind of makes sense. We've got a cut here. All right, we do another cut. And then what's next? Oh, we're just going to use the edge of it.
God.
Oh,
That's how you get one of those things bounce back at you and cut your hand off.
He's using one hand.
and
Yeah.
and the chain is held on with a bolt.
Yeah.
2 plates and a bolt. So that bolt rattles off. That chain is now just woof somewhere. It's going some direction.
Probably into your
I was
body.
gonna say it gets lodged right into your kneecap.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was so funny to me. Now there is one time that those things make sense. There is some where they actually have like a welded on, like the chain is part of the disc.
Yeah.
And guys who do chainsaw sculptures will use it. These are guys who are doing chainsaw sculptures. They know how chains work. They know how a spinning thing, you know, you come at it very gently and make some whiskers or something on a bear. I don't know what their tiny work is, but that's the only time I've seen it make sense. But every time you see them advertised, they're like, cut down small saplings in your backyard, cut a table in half. And it's like, no, I wouldn't even use a chainsaw to do those things normally.
Let's get a table saw.
A handsaw would probably work faster.
I don't care. Just like get something else.
Get a hammer and chisel while you're at it.
Get an actual saw. Like if you want to
It's
cut
so
something
awful.
small, get an actual saw.
Exactly.
Well, especially nowadays, like everybody makes those little hand saws now that are like, you know, they have like 5 to 8 inch bars, these little tiny things. I don't know, like you can get them on like wish.com. I think Steel makes one even, so you can get name brand ones. But yeah, buy the right tool for the job.
Yeah, just like
Although if you do, this guy won't
have.
have content anymore. So I don't know, maybe keep buying the wrong tool.
I was gonna say hack.
That thing will thin out the gene. It'll thin out the gene pool
real
Lose
quick.
their ding dong to one of those, and people stop buying it.
Oh no, we're all just gonna walk around looking like Dan Crenshaw. That's the problem, because it's gonna fly off and we're gonna get a chunk to the eyeball.
No, I don't want to look like Dan Crenshaw.
Oh my gosh, I saw a meme. This would have been like a month ago, where it was like, you know, the superhero looking guy, and he's gonna like hit 2 buttons, and he can't decide which button, and it's like Dan Crenshaw, but he's got an eye patch, so he can only see the one button, and it says like "Be a Rhino." It's so funny.
That's the answer. We get it. It makes sense. It makes sense now.
You don't want to look like Flaccidus Snake. Thanks, Razor Fist. Oh, there you go. What's Razor Fist up to?
He's streaming right now, I think, actually. He might have stopped, but he was a little bit earlier.
I feel like I only check in with him whenever it's like election time, because he has like he has interesting ability to like find news reports and stuff, but then also commentary on like everything that's going on. It's fascinating to me.
I saw a little bit of Marauders before. I'm pretty sure it's like Escape from Tarkov.
Marauders? Well, okay. Will it cause me to either mail someone a gun or shoot my dad and eat him? Is it going to do either of those things?
Has there been anything else that has made you do those things?
Tarkov made that guy in Wisconsin do it.
Well, it didn't make you do it. I don't know why you're bringing.
I never played Tarkov. I didn't want to risk it. I love my dad, and I don't want to sell someone a gun online either. I ain't about that life.
I remember that story. Yeah.
The Chandler Halderson case.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a funny one, because
it's so funny when news reports bring up that this guy played Halo.
Right. No, they. So here's the story. All right, Pop, you ready for story time?
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Yep.
Kid in Wisconsin has a job with State Farm or some insurance company, making plenty of good money. Finishes out college and is working on getting transferred to SpaceX. And him and his girlfriend are looking at houses and preparing to move and get a house over in I think Florida or wherever they were going to go for SpaceX. Then his parents go on a vacation and they go missing. And then he tries to help find them. And they end up finding like all the body, or like not all of them, but some of the body parts on like his girlfriend's mom's like property. And it's pretty sad. You know, it's this awful thing.
Whoa.
But what I just told you is all a lie. This kid didn't have a job lined up at SpaceX. He didn't go to college, and he also wasn't actively employed with any insurance company. He basically faked all of this and sat around at home all day playing Tarkov online. And so I'm laughing because I know where the story goes. Don't worry, I'll get you there. We'll all be caught up here soon
Okay.
enough. So
Okay.
he plays video games all day. Somehow he lives with his parents and they don't know that he doesn't work for this company. Every time somebody asks him about money, where's your paycheck? There's some issue with HR and they haven't been able to come through. Part of his inability to get the SpaceX thing, like, oh, SpaceX still hasn't accepted me because they haven't gotten my transcripts from school. He's not going to school, but nobody seems to know that he's not going to school either. He meets a friend online playing Tarkov, who then shows up and sells him an SKS because that was his favorite gun in Tarkov. They do all the like, here's my ID and everything, so it's like you can do person-to-person transfers. We're all good there. And so now he has like an SKS. Throughout the story, we find out that his dad starts calling the school. Why can't you get my son's transcripts? What's going on here? And they say, your son does not show up. He has dropped out of every class he's registered for. He has not been a student for, a couple years now. And he calls his son and he's like, hey, when you get home, we're going to talk about these transcripts. I just talked to the school. And then assumedly, the next thing that occurs is that there's an altercation at the house. This is the only part that they didn't really know what happened. There's some kind of altercation, and he ends up shooting the dad in the back because they did find the torso. Mom gets killed somehow, assumed she gets shot, but we don't actually have enough of her to know how she died. Because the next step was to chop up his parents, and they know this because the separated body parts all have like very hesitant saw marks and this kind of thing of someone who doesn't know what they're doing. And there was chunks of bone, specifically, I believe, a skull, found in the house fireplace where he was trying to burn the bodies. But something people don't know about people is people burn really well. We have a lot of high burning fat fuel on us. So it burned, and it actually shattered the glass in front of the little fireplace. He calls his girlfriend over for a romantic time in front of the fire, and they sleep in the living room in front of the fireplace, and she brings over hydrogen peroxide, and because he cut himself on this glass that exploded, he's like, oh, I cut myself on some glass, I need some help. So she brings like a gallon of hydrogen peroxide, but she didn't do anything wrong, says the prosecutor in this entire case. Questionable
Clearly.
how much she knew. But she slept in a living room in which a person had been burned moments before in the fireplace. And I don't know if you've ever been around a crematoria. Even they don't smell that great. And they have all kinds of like seals and stuff.
To be specific, the body may have still been burning as well.
May have been burning. The skull was still in there when the cops came through.
Well, yes, yeah, the fire's still going, and there was bones that were on fire.
Yeah. So he then, because another thing he would complain about, this was another one of his made up stories, was that he had gotten a concussion or some sort of neck injury, which is of course bullshit because him and his girlfriend would sext each other in the shower with like face cam or whatever it's called. So she at least knew that he didn't have a concussion, or was too stupid to know that he didn't have a concussion. One of the two. But his girlfriend's parents have a big ass farm property and a pool, and his girlfriend's mom is a really short Latina lady who's like, "No, Mr. Smith, no." Like she is the Family Guy meme of a Latina, and the Latina's lesbian lover, the wife of the mom, looks like Gary Busey, and I'm not kidding you when I say she looks like Gary Busey. She just is Gary Busey. So picture overweight lesbian Gary Busey and a Mexican Latina, long past her prime. They own this farm, and there's a pool there that he will swim around in because swimming is good for his concussion, right? And he's like, "Hey, can I come use the pool because I got a concussion?" And so the Gary Busey is like, "Yeah, sure, you can use the pool." The Latina mom gets wind of the fact he's going to use the pool and freaks out because something that Gary Busey likes to do is head on into the pool and just let the ladies fly. And no one wants to see those old withered socks, but she lets them fly in the pool all the time. So Latina mom rushes home to stop Gary Busey, which you can't stop Gary. He's gonna take his top off and he's gonna get in that pool no matter what. And so she gets home and Gary Busey's like, I got a pool. It's pool time. Get the tatas out. We got to get in this pool. And so they both, two of them, overweight lesbian ladies, jump on a lawnmower of some degree and ride this lawnmower to a pool that's like one of those above ground, like just kind of like here's a pool on our property kind of a things. And they jump in the pool. Ladies come flying out, and they're like, "Well, where is he? I don't know where he is." But apparently, from the pool, they can kind of see like the back hatch of his Subaru, kind of out there, just in the woods, right? And then he shows up, and he's like, "Hey, can I jump in the pool with you and Gary Busey?" And Latina mom's like, "No, I'd rather you know." And Gary Busey's like, "I don't care. Titties flying, I guess." Finally, the cops start searching for the Bonnies. They find in a like 50-gallon barrel on the property, torso and like dad's calf and mom's hand and foot or something like that. Like just a few chunks. And then in the fireplace back at his place, of course, they find the skull. I believe he burned the body in the house fire on like 4th of July because they have like thermographic evidence of his house being really, really hot compared to all the other houses, which was a really weird piece of evidence for someone to randomly have. But I guess, everybody else is cooking pork. You might as well burn a body that same time. No one will notice. But that was Chandler Halderson.
That is crazy. That just tells me that him, his girlfriend, they're just psychopaths. That boils down to.
He definitely didn't eat his parents.
He tasted it.
Nah.
You don't get to the point of shooting your dad in the back and chopping them up. If he didn't directly taste, he got some blood in the mouth. There's no way you get around him. He's got some cannibalism in him now.
Now look at his face. He couldn't hurt a fly.
Oh, anyway, this is why you shouldn't go to Wisconsin.
There you go.
I've got more reasons.
You got me convinced.
Well,
this guy's in jail, I suppose. His girlfriends are in jail.
Yeah. No, the girlfriend didn't even get charged. No.
Oh.
The girlfriend did nothing wrong. I'm guessing plea deal.
She's complicit, I'm sure.
At some level, she has to be.
She must have brought evidence against him.
But yeah, he had public defenders, and I mean, they were just like, jury, you have to weigh the evidence to find the truth. And like, none of it was not really saying he didn't do it, morally just it's your job to say what really happened here. It's like, yeah, translation, he's guilty as fuck.
Yeah.
So here's a picture
mean-
of the Latina mom. This is her, Consuela, over here. And then
No,
mister.
no lemon pledge. I need more
No,
lemon
Mr.
pledge.
Halderson. do not come over. This was his
You got Gary
girlfriend.
Busey.
This is the girlfriend here. He's got to be. Come on.
Was her sister also present?
Her sister? No, his ex showed up.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, I thought
his ex was
sister
also
was-
like way out of his league. Was the funny part. Judge wearing a bow
Like,
tie.
it
Get out of
won't
here,
be,
Judge.
Ex-girlfriends at points. Which ex-girlfriend? The previous ex-girlfriend or the slept in a burnt body smelling room?
So here's Consuela's lesbian lover.
It's Gary Busey.
It's
That's his-
Gary Busey.
That's his last girlfriend's mom.
Yep.
Whew.
Yeah.
She rough.
That's what. That's the current state of Wisconsin farming lesbians.
You guys got some crazy stuff in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, what Dahmer, Halderson, the guy that was just put away for killing 6 people after running him over with an SUV.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Earl
66 is here. 66, you've got the link if you want to jump in. It's the same link it always is. I don't like to change things unless I have to. I can resend it if you forget it. That's an
Do you really
insult
think
to
you
Gary
remembered it?
Busey? Well, I mean, he and I don't DM too often.
As I say, do you think he remembers where he DM'd you?
Twitter. Where else would I have DM'd him?
YouTube. Remember when YouTube chat was a thing?
Dude, I wish we had YouTube chat back. There are so many people where it's like, where's their Twitter? And you go to their Twitter and it's like, oh, their account's been
Who
deleted or
knows?
canceled and they haven't like updated it with their friends or whatever. Remember when Gary Busey called Danny Trejo a butthole and bulletproof? Oh my goodness. Yeah, the face diapers throughout that trial were problematic. Even at the height of COVID, it was wear a mask or 6 feet, right? Like you've got someone on the stand, they're far away from everybody. There's not going to be an issue. There's freaking plastic panels everywhere nowadays. You know, it's like let's have people talk with their whole face, not just their eyes.
Did you know that plastic panels do literally nothing?
I was aware of that.
You know what? I'll take whatever little bit of spit guarding they do over not having them. Weak excuse
still
not
getting
to play
COVID,
Tarkov. Get out of here. Oh yeah, I don't. There is so much about the policies and procedures that occurred during the coronavirus time that I'm just glad they exist now because I think all other humans are disgusting. I don't care about their effectiveness in like day-to-day whatever. I like people not standing right behind me when I'm in line at the grocery store. Like back the fuck off. Like get off my shoulder. I like having my space.
You
I
wanna
like
wear a ring that prevents you from entering the grocery, like the checkout aisle, like a ring that's 6 feet around you.
exactly.
walk in
Oh,
there.
just this giant hula hoop.
Yeah.
I can only go to grocery stores that have the double wide door. I can't use like a mom and pop grocer anymore.
You can't go to those bodegas.
The bodega.
Blaine. No more bodegas for Blaine.
I didn't know you had a bodega, damn it. Yeah, humans are sick. Exactly. That's my theory. We don't have those arrows in our aisles, thank God. trying to think.
Nobody followed those. Nobody
yeah, we
bothered.
had them for a couple,
Completely pointless.
like a couple weeks at like a Safeway or a QFC, but yeah, nobody ever followed the directions. And to their credit, no one bitched about it either. So that's nice.
I don't think the employees even like noticed.
Yeah, right. How are you ever going to restock a shelf when you can only go one way down one aisle and the other way down the other aisle? That's
No, I'm
ridiculous.
talking about like enforcing, quote unquote, and just like.
Oh yeah.
Oh please don't walk down that. Never mind.
Right. Yeah. The only thing left is like in anything medical, which sounds okay at first. You're like, oh, I don't want to go to a hospital, like an ER. Like if you've ever been to an ER and you've sat there and it's like, okay, that guy's got a broken arm or whatever. We're not a problem. I'm not gonna catch a broken arm. But then there's someone there that's like trying to leave a lung in the waiting room, and you're like, oh god, can we put them elsewhere? Can we get them in a room now? I don't want them near me. All I hear is their lung trying to remove itself from their body. Or you get we have a lot of funny ODs if you ever go to an emergency room in anywhere in the greater Seattle area. There's somebody who's like holding onto their chair not to die. Like they're just like they're grabbing onto something. They're upside down in their chair just holding on. Oh man.
Yeah, sidebar.
Sidebar.
At work, boss is talking about, because I was not feeling well today because I slept wrong, my back was all messed up. It's feeling better now, but it's still just not good. Sitting down is a lot better, but basically I took some ibuprofen. It didn't really help. And she's like, oh yeah, take some Advil and then take ibuprofen another 2 hours after that, and then blah blah blah, repeat it. And apparently, according to some nurse she talked to, it was just as effective at an old folks home as Oxycontin.
Whoa.
That seems not normal. Is Percogesic still over the counter? That was my old go-to for like. I don't think Percocet.
I was like,
no,
what is
Percocet?
Percogesic? I don't know what that is.
Let me check. I don't know how to spell Percogesic. Yeah, Percogesic pain reliever.
Interesting. I don't know what that is. Yeah.
It's $11.49 at the nearest Walgreens to me. But that was the one I used to take that one for like really bad like base of the neck headaches and pain right in here, because you would take like 2 and it would be like, don't drive, and you're like, why not? And then you take 2 and you're like, oh, I tingle a little bit.
Huh. If you really want to increase the effectiveness, just add a little bit of alcohol. That should help you out too.
No, Geminere knows the recipe. It's Percocet, Molly Percocet.
Yeah,
that's a different kind of recipe there.
Guys was talking about other stuff a little bit and talked about Valium. That stuff's crazy. Because I got some, I think, for my wisdom teeth.
Yep. Yeah, I got Valium for my wisdom teeth.
That is crazy stuff. I can see how people get addicted to it so easily.
I didn't realize.
Really good.
I didn't realize that other people like. When did I get my wisdom teeth out? I was probably 25 or so.
That's a little bit bigger than usual.
And because I had room, but it was one of those things where it's like they might cause problems later, so let's just get them out now while there's not a problem. And then I like went into work, and I was like, yeah, they prescribed me this. I don't really need it anymore. I'm working on it. And some old dudes at work were like, I'll give you $20 a pill. And I was like, what? I didn't even think about it. And I was like, wow, it's that easy. All you gotta do is find some kid who got sick and boom, you've got a drug ring going on.
Yep.
You went to the place where they changed their lav signs from male and female to all genders. It would have been cheaper to put unisex over the old signs. Oh, I love the junkie bathrooms. The ones where like you go in and it's in like a public convention center or something, and from the doorway of the bathroom where like the security guard should be peeking in, there's a hole in the side of each stall so they can see all the way into the back corner on the ground to see if anybody's in there shooting up.
Wow.
Meanwhile, during convention time, you get in there and you see Darth Vader taking a shit next to a freaking Care Bear. This is the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life.
It sounds great.
It's funny. I like to laugh at where society is. I choose humor as opposed to sorrow because sorrow sounds like a pain in my ass. You remember your mom freaking out for $800 per side of your face to see the wisdom teeth? That seems very expensive. X-rays. Huh.
I don't remember my guys charging that much for X-rays. Saying it's just like a normal thing. You just get teeth X-rays, right?
I guess I've always, because like dental plans are always like $5 a month. So I think I've just always had some form of insurance anytime I go to the dentist. Have you seen the pic of the homeless toilet? Which homeless toilet? Because we have self-cleaning public bathrooms that are pretty funny. And then there's also the homeless toilet that's literally the where you cross the train tracks, and it's actually a brewery now. It used to be just a big place where all the homeless people would go shit. Not anymore, though. Not anymore. Now you buy beer there.
That sounds slightly less appetizing than just going to a bar.
It is less appetizing. I can promise you that. All right, let's. Have you seen the
video you want to watch?
I do. I this one, because we were talking about AI art previously. So I want to, hopefully I can hear it this time because otherwise I'm not good.
Let me pick some stuff out for you.
Yeah, go ahead, pick something out.
Yeah,
so
you guys.
This is,
and you go on with that. I'll do my own thing here for a sec.
This is AI art getting out of hand, and I mean we've seen some AI art where I was like, no, because like I'm used to some of this, like this middle one. This middle one here looks like AI art. Like this painting sort of style looks like AI art, but like some of the anime stuff that we're getting now just blows me away.
That was quite good.
The ones that you believe San Fran put in to help the homeless. I haven't. If you can DM me, I'll pull it up. Assuming it's appropriate, I guess.
Don't they just go on the sidewalk in San Francisco?
Yeah, I don't know. All over Chinatown, usually.
Oh.
You broke your foot a few years ago, and the doctor didn't give me any medication for it. That's a reference to this one time I went to a food walk in Seattle's Chinatown, and we were walking around getting food at a place, and this lady just dropped trowel on the side of the street and started pissing all over the building. And I was like, I did not see that coming. Did not see that coming.
Look at these.
Okay,
some
I can
of these
hear
may
it.
be easy to tell that it is not drawn by humans, but for some, oh god, it is pretty much impossible to tell it's generated if you're not familiar with the artifacts made from AI image generations. So what happened? In a blink of an
The
eye,
hands, what everybody
AI
told me.
generated art with text has suddenly risen to this level of quality. 5 months ago, we just had our mind blown away by the realistic images which DALL-E 2 can generate and stunning landscape art.
Whoa. Are you telling me that this picture of a pug in like a bumblebee outfit?
Be afraid.
That's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of like kind of funky blurring going on that makes me feel like the AI sticks like weird yellow pixels out here that shouldn't be there. But still, this looks like it could have been taken on a cell phone from like 10 years ago, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess he's got kind of like man arms. That's kind of creepy. Why is this pug hairless on the arms? I don't like it.
The more you look at it, the more you hate it.
I think that's called the sidewalk, yeah.
Midjourney can paint, all by simply entering a text
Midjourney
prompt
looks
into the AI.
makes
But even
sense.
back then, we were able to tell that it was artificially generated. Since the release of Stable Diffusion, which
This
has
guy's
been...
had a cloud. This
Mm.
guy's head's a cloud, and by cloud, his name is by cloud. All right, by cloud. If you wanna follow this guy, if you like what he says here.
Open sourced, a lot of enthusiasts have gotten hints on the
Wow.
$1 million AI model. Anyone can
What's
generate.
what's the racism term for being mean against nerds?
I'm not sure.
Where's Jeebles? I apologize. I got to do my deal. I got to be appropriate here. Thank you, Nico, for calling me out. You could, of course, scroll backwards by a week because it's the same link every week. Published already. Nerd phobic. Oh, there we go. I like it because then we get to bring in the phobes. I like it. All right. It's a nerdophobe.
Any images just by entering a piece of text. Absolute bunkers. This is also where the open source effect kicks in. The implementations, GUIs, web GUIs, apps are all sprouting out left and right. Open source technology is without doubt going to be discussed, improved, and evaluated more.
There's no such thing as being mean to nerds. I mean, wouldn't there definitionally has to be such a thing as being mean to nerds? You can say it's okay to be mean to nerds, but you have to agree that you can be mean to nerds.
Than any other closed source research. This was the case for the research paper Textual Inversion published on 2nd of August, which was built upon an open source research called latent diffusion. And it can embed image information back into the AI by associating them with a special symbol and a text. This provides ways for us to utilize our own image for referencing or editing in a text-to-image generation AI.
Super weird. Welcome, Nico. Congratulations on jumping on the stream.
Hello. I feel the need to say hello to prove I'm Asian. And
Awesome.
also, there was one less female in chat since I came here.
We did it. We've proved it again.
There we
You're
go.
ruining my ratios.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, I love this AI stuff. Let's keep this going.
Awesome.
Hi. You can have this picture to be repainted in a different art style or use it as a pose reference to generate Elmo sitting down. On the other hand,
that was
a research
creepy.
called Dream
I don't
Boost
like
published on
Elmo
25th
sitting
of
down.
August is definitely the turning point of modern AI art. What Dream Boost proposes that given a subject in an image, it can
Okay.
maintain the subject's form coherently and recreate it under a different context through a special fine-tuning method. In their paper, they gave an example by fine-tuning a stable diffusion model using a
God.
collection of corgi images. The Dream Boost technique will assign the corgi a unique identifier along with a class
Two nerds in the act of coitus is a nerdgasm. Some also say it's a myth.
Ah,
name that generally describes what type of subject they are. Then after 15 minutes of fine-tuning, by entering a text prompt that contains the unique identifier in its class name, you can then generate the corgi in any other sceneries, performing different actions and from any angle. Mind-blowing, right? Before, if you wanted to generate a corgi, you have to be very specific about
Like
the color of the
a
corgi,
red and white
fur
corgi dog?
patterns, or even lighting to be able to generate the same corgi over and over again. And still, with no guarantee that the corgi will still have the same butt shape. But now with Dream Booth, you can relocate and recreate anything doing whatever you want them to do simply after those
I like the
15
way
minutes
Oh wait,
of
that was weird.
fine-tuning.
Hold on,
Whatever
look,
you
look at
want
this
them
teapot. It's the handle's all
Yeah,
messed
that's not
up.
correct whatsoever.
hmm.
That's completely wrong. Look at the water coming out of it.
And then this one's that's some pissy tea. I never seen green tea like that.
Nah, I was
Also,
thinking
this
more of the
sugar
way
thing-
the little thing the water's coming out of. It's not coming out of it.
Yeah, but who
Kinda.
cares? All it matters is how good they draw the titties. That's
That
all.
is true. Like the one where it's like a set of tits on top
to
of
do
Sarah
simply
tits.
after
That one
those
makes me laugh
15
every
minutes
time.
Of fine-tuning. What's even better is that the fine-tuning only needs 5 to 20 images, and the corgi image collection that they used to fine-tune above only used 4
This is like
images,
deepfake
which are the
stuff.
ones that they displayed above.
That's
And
what
that
worries
is
me about it, too.
groundbreaking, because if you compare to the
No, I
usual
think it's a little
fine-tuning
different
method,
from deepfake.
You won't
Just
know
the-
what to
just
believe.
the
I'm a little
idea-
bit of an expert myself.
Yeah, I'm only speaking in the idea that if it has enough source imagery, it can recreate an object.
Yes.
And like the idea with deepfakes is like the more images you have of someone's face and in different poses, the better the AI can map it to some other face.
Yes. And I think right now the companies have policies not to recreate faces just for that reason. So I think there are services that offer like you can source your own images and recreate your own stuff, but you cannot upload real persons. So that's
Interesting.
one of the things they do it. But you can go out on the internet, for example, like GitHub, and get your own model and train yourself without any limitation. So
Yep.
yes,
Right.
there is still I guess, the risk of it out there because it is free source.
And you can't put the genie back in the bottle.
No.
Yeah. Are you do you work in tech or are you learning
Oh,
tech?
no,
If you want to say something
I'm
without
more of,
doxing.
I guess I can little introduce myself. I'm
Yeah.
just a student. I work more in like 3D design. So I am interested in also like digital stuff. So I dabble in these stuff, I suppose. So
Gotcha.
I do like a lot of graphic work, like 3D modeling stuff. So I try to keep in touch with this type of stuff because I do think this is going to take over at least part of the creative industry at some point.
I think it could really help people get better at art too.
Oh yeah.
I like two things. I like the idea of it becoming a new medium where like painting with an AI program is no different than painting with acrylics. And then also the idea of the menial stuff that nobody likes, like doing in-betweens for animation, can all be handled seamlessly by just clicking create
It's going to make it
in-betweens.
much better. Yeah, that work is going to improve significantly, I would assume.
I do also like architectural, like 3D drawing and stuff too. So it's not just like creative stuff. It's gonna eliminate a lot of those like menial tasks like drafting and like building stuff. So
You can
it's
draw a
gonna be
house and then
slog
it can
in like 10 years.
just be like bathroom here.
You're going to live in a
there.
house designed by AI.
Oh, there is stuff out there already. It's just not good enough at all. But it could get there.
Yeah, that's what
like
that's
the
what this
elementary
is.
school designed by AI. Hold on.
Yeah, this is just training. Like this is just basement level stuff this AI is like learning how to do.
Yeah, so if you go back to like the image with the teapot, so basically what's happening is they do recognize image. So there is two AIs working together. There is the first part is the language recognition part, and then they take the language recognition into the image. So the AI basically understand what a teapot is, so it is recreating what it think a teapot is. So that is the issue there. So that is where the training part comes in to understand the object better. So basically, the AI is dreaming. I guess how nerdy we want to get into this.
I don't know about nerdy. That sounds terrifying.
Oh yeah, AI is so you can think of the AI as a collective dream of our consciousness.
That's literally
like that's literally what it is.
Do and AI dream of electric sheep?
Is what we want, I guess.
Oh, okay.
You can dream all the anime girls.
Compared to the usual fine-tuning method where you need 10 or 100,000s of images to fine-tune Stable Diffusion that was trained on 5 billion text and image pairs, I am not joking when I said this is a turning point. But wait, you might be thinking, with this small amount of images to fine-tune using the Dream Booth method, is the model not going to overfit with such a small amount of data? Problems like language drift can potentially occur where a text-to-image diffusion model slowly forgets how to generate a generic subject associated with a word and can only generate the fine-tuned subject instead. This was solved by their method called prior preservation loss, where it'll have a separated model not being fine-tuned and basically share weights between each other.
Ooh, DJ Ron and G. Nonetheless, it's not sentient and will not be sentient for a long while. I would argue it doesn't have to be sentient to be potentially problematic.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is to tell it to make this process more efficient. And then
when people say something like that, like when people ask question about, about the self-driving car, who is it gonna like go over? Is it gonna go over the baby or the grandma, stuff like that? You're asking like the wrong question. Like we're not there yet. The AI is not gonna make any like moral or like sentient decisions yet. But I think the problem comes like way before that, like Blink said.
Mhm.
I feel like AI car would have to prioritize driver over pedestrian.
You would hope so anyway. You would want
Yeah.
it to.
I don't know. I mean, how would that work? Do you program that into the AI in that specific case? I wouldn't even know how that program will work.
I think you probably would. Yeah, you'd probably actually have to go to hard rule, right?
Do you program for every specific situation? Because that's not the law, how the law works.
And yeah, that's makes it a little bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously, you do the best you can, and if you did something with malice, it's worse. Obviously, like it'll be murder if you intentionally run somebody over. Daryl Brooks. If you unintentionally run somebody over, manslaughter.
Right.
Right.
There was a YouTube video, I want to say a year ago or so, where a guy, he gave like hundreds of other people basically a bunch of trolley problems, and used all of those trolley problem answers to teach the AI some form of morality, that given the instance of the baby versus the grandma, and assuming that it can't, stop fast enough, it'll go for grandma because baby has more lifespan, and it's basically it's the new CAPTCHA in, prove you're a human by answering 5 trolley problems, and your trolley problems are now going to teach the AI morals as to who it'll kill if it can't save them both, right?
That'd be pretty funny if we actually did see that, right?
Because there's like obviously I think morals come from God, come from my what's the E word? Morals and ethics. My ethics come from there as well, right? And that's what I believe. But there's the argument that ethics and morality come from what keeps us growing as a species. So if we are to teach an AI morals, it should be coming from what we as a species believe should be done in those situations. That's sort of what our laws come out of, or should be coming out of, is like what's better for the species. So if the species is making like a group decision, and it sounds weird to democratize morality, but it's kind of how we've gotten to where we are.
I mean, that's kind of a lot of things actually in terms of intelligence. Is like a lot of people take their guess, and we find out what's right.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like a bunch of people are performing the same actions, like what's the best way to kill a deer? Just chucking a spear at it works pretty well if you're accurate. And people that are accurate with their spear chucking it, you're going to get more deer and are going to survive the winter.
And even in that same situation, assume it's not an AI car, it's some lady, and she's like, I saw that I wasn't going to stop, and I just did not want to kill the baby. Like, I didn't want to kill the baby. And now she's on trial for, vehicular manslaughter or whatever, to see if there was any intentionality behind, hitting the grandma. But she doesn't get murder because her plan was to not kill the baby, and hitting the grandma was just sort of a result of that. So we kind of already do factor for that in the legal system. But it would be interesting when it's not a person. Like, who do you hold accountable for that?
Yeah, the company. I don't know.
Company, the programmers,
I mean, you'd assume farther in the future too, the person wouldn't really have any control over the car.
God, I hate that future. I hate that future so much. I love driving. Every inch of me loves driving. Anyway, all right, language
This
drift.
prevents the language drift problem, and it actually does surprisingly well. To prevent confusion, for the rest of the video I am calling the Dream Booth method separately from fine-tuning because they are slightly different. So now, imagine you have 5 to 20 images of a person, a fictional character, or an object. Even with drawing faces and bodies, which is a field that AI art generators have always been bad at, Dream Booth can redraw them easily. Like these AI-generated illustrations of an anime character. This was also done by Dream Booth, but with a few more adjustments than what you would have done with normal realistic images. First, Dream Booth did not publish their official codes, and instead people over at Stability AI...
I don't know if any countries have any rules against any drawings like that. I think you only go to jail if it's an actual person.
Yeah. Wait, maybe France? Wait, is it?
I don't know.
Like illegal influence.
And I've been picking up images on Pixiv, and I've been skipping over some that are
They were drawn by someone in a different country with different rules. That's what they were. And we'll just leave it at that.
yeah.
It made a custom implementation of it to fit together with Stable Diffusion by using textual inversion. So the referred Dream Booth is just the technique that it uses, not the codes and results you would see on their official paper. Second, in order to get Stable Diffusion to at least generate illustrations on a normal basis, fine-tuning is definitely needed in order to do that, so later on when AI is redrawing any illustrated characters under an illustration context would be possible. Hence, people over on Dongfang Project AI fine-tuned a Stable Diffusion model with over 300,000 illustrations.
I will never stop laughing at various Asian words. Dongfang.
Can you
Like-
guess which Asian word that is, Lane?
Dongfang? I have like maybe it means dream something.
No,
but
which language? I guess.
it sounds Chinese.
Oh,
But I know there's a lot of dongs
No,
in
what's Japanese?
Korean too, but the characters are not Korean. Characters are Chinese.
yeah, probably Mandarin.
Mandarin.
There's a lot of Chinese guys who are into AI.
The
And there's a lot of
the
Chinese
people's
people. I don't think
Chinese.
that really narrows it down.
Mhm.
how come no one speaks Cantonese?
Because why would you speak Cantonese?
I mean, I know
Unless
that
you're in
like
Hong Kong.
there's like hundreds of thousands of people that speak Cantonese, but it seems
It's
like every
because
time
the
someone's like,
ruling
"Oh, I
class-
speak Chinese, Mandarin Chinese," it's always Mandarin.
Well, that's because the biggest population center. I mean, obviously there's huge population centers everywhere.
Also,
but
isn't
Canton is
Mandarin?
much farther away from the other population centers as well.
Yeah. Also, Mandarin isn't it like the official language of China?
Probably, I think it's the business
I
language
think it has
of China.
multiple, but yes, it is the biggest one. It's just the
Yeah.
one that everybody grew up speaking because it was present in like the more northern area of China already. It was like completely dominant over there.
Okay, there's over 1,000 million Mandarin speakers, and there's not even a number. It might be. It looks like it's over 80 million. So it's wow, that's a lot. Almost over 10 times as many.
Movies
15.
are, I think, in Oh, I'm reading the chat. Peter said movies are in Cantonese mostly. I think that's because you're watching like the Hong Kong movies. Those are in Cantonese.
Probably, yeah. Probably
makes
the
sense.
actors speak Cantonese primarily. That makes sense.
Interesting. I just find it funny. There's no amount of time that I won't giggle a little bit at some of the language.
Was created and named as Waifu Diffusion because of the amount of anime-related illustrations it can generate.
This better
Then
not.
lastly, a dev called NMKD Dream Booth this character with 7 of its fan art, and it was able to reproduce illustrations of this character in many different contexts. I have Dream Booth
Like how he
one
just says
myself
this character. Why don't just say Mega Man?
too, and it actually works. And with the right parameters, you can get something as nice looking as these. And this is scary.
That's not even look that
Very
great compared to
scary.
some I've seen.
The Dream Booth method and model
Yeah,
fine-tuning
I mean,
were
just
like
like
the
a
fusion
few of
as
the
the
ones.
One on
at
the
its
left there
initial
is like,
rise, and blowing up
your-
in a lot
that
of
didn't look
Discord
too great.
communities with people passing around custom models like crazy or offering service similar to this. And even without Dream Booth, the new
You go on Fiverr and pay someone to. Of course you can. Oh my goodness. Here-
Can you imagine what kind of degenerate requests they get?
Oh, it's all
Yeah.
furry. I had a buddy who was an artist who took commissions. You'll see him in here from time to time. Bill Onage. He does digital artwork, and he's like 90% of what people ask me to do is some sort of furry shit that I just won't draw. And he's like, dude,
Wait,
dig the
what?
money.
They don't like money?
Exactly. He doesn't like money. Either that or he's not really good at drawing horsecock. One of the two.
newest
Vosh just
fine-tuned model
aggressively
Waifu
trying to date him.
Fusion version 1.3 that trained on 600k art illustrations on top of the original Stable Diffusion model still has really high quality and coherency,
That's a
which
weird
has
looking
results
face.
that can easily deceive and be passed on as non-AI art. And they also announced version 1.4 where it will be trained on 10 to 20 million
Furries are
anime
too
style
rich for
images,
Fiverr.
which is planned to be released on the start of December. And as of around 13th of August, people in the community even came up with a new tweaking method whereby adjusting the layers that are processed by Clip, more coherent images can then be generated. More specifically, Clip is the component that helps the AI to understand your prompt text, and by reducing the processing of Clip on your text prompt, which is basically stopping the processing one or more layers early, the output of Clip that is then used in Stable Diffusion will have some decent visual improvements, especially in image coherency, aka
I guess she
What?
looks properly, like she looks human enough. It's just not attractive.
Damn it, AI! Why aren't they hot enough?
rendering 5 fingers accurately. 5?
Yeah, I mean,
Even
that
though
one
the
makes sense.
details on the fingers are still a bit scruffy,
Yeah.
but you know, one of the biggest obstacles for the AIs is definitely generating small details like this.
They do
However,
not
only
make that
models that were
yet.
trained with this tweak can use this method, which is called a clip skip. On the other hand, this discovery may have been made from the leak of novel AI's custom models and codes, and a lot of new information such as hyper-network switches and unseen technique in AI was made public. There was quite a lot of drama surrounding this leak, and I might cover this drama in the future, but for now and probably also in the future, I will remain neutral. But anyways, is this technology a bless or a curse? Well, I am definitely very concerned about the flow of funds across from artists to model trainers, GUI maintainers, and code implementers, but I guess we will all soon find out because the
in the same way that people still go to like a small local bakery, even though like Franz and Wonder Bread and all these giant companies exist, like there will always be room for those little niche businesses that are doing their art by hand. Will most people or a larger amount of people be going to AI because it would be cheaper, faster, easier? Maybe, but I don't think you ever get rid of the human made thing, because like there's people still like hand making swords and stuff in Japan. Like stuff doesn't go away. It just gets very, very small.
Yeah, realistically, I think if this technology actually could get to a level where like the images are coherent, right? Let's say it's not beautiful, it's coherent. I think it will eliminate the jobs of say what is it like what are they called? Like you can find on like Pinterest and stock images. Yes. It
Oh
will
yeah.
eliminate all the stock image website industry. They're gone.
What will all the stock image posing artists do?
I know, right? Because
All
you
right,
can
everybody
now
stand around and look
generate a
shocked at the
cat.
computer screen.
Because you can now create a cat from like 100 angles within a millisecond.
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but I
And-
think like you said, like the actual replacing actual artists, that's a long way to go.
Mm-hmm. And like Alex Moore is saying, small bakery are the best on customized items, right?
Mhm.
So, your AI, you can keep typing as much as you want in there, but sometimes it just doesn't speak the language to really do what you need it to do.
Oh, yes, that is going to be a big thing. So the way you use AI is now language. So
Mhm.
you have to learn a new language, the AI language. So
Yep.
right now we use Stable Diffusion with the language AI. So there are like certain keywords that you have to put if you want a certain type of result. For example, if you want to do like photorealistic photos, you have to put if you put like lens type, the lighting, the aperture, stuff like that, it helps. So stuff like that, I think is going to be a new type of skill set. It's going to create a new skill workers learning
Definitely.
that language.
All the
Very cool
CBR writers can learn how to do that instead.
Mm-hmm.
Have we
Learn
learned
to
nothing from Terminator or Mass Effect? We're doomed! You hear me? Doomed! You're not doomed. You live in the middle of a friggin' desert. You'll be fine. The AI doesn't want to even be where you're at. You'll survive. Don't worry. I watched was it Vsauce? I think it was Vsauce that like everyone in the world can live in Texas, and we'd all have like 100 acres or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So you'll be fine, Dragon Ruse. You'll survive.
Future.org.
Or you'll die long before it's a problem, given the fact that you also live in Oklahoma. So one way or another, not a problem for you.
A lot of us were worried about is literally right here in front of our eyes. Additionally, I will be making a video on the potential effects and problems real artists have to or gonna have to face because of these AI technologies. So subscribe to stay tuned to that, and thank you for watching. But if you genuinely want to explore and learn more about how to make AI art and see what the current technology is capable of, let me introduce you to today's sponsor, OpenArt.ai.
OpenArt.
OpenArt is basically a website where you can explore hundreds of millions AI generated images, ranging from AI such as Stable
I make
Diffusion,
'em?
DALL-E 2, or Midjourney. For me, to generate good AI images that are presentable or related to topics for videos like these is sometimes a very time-consuming task. First of all, I need to experiment what keywords work and what doesn't work. Then it's just a really repetitive experimental task where I just waste a lot of time on generating the images I like. OpenArt provided me with ways that I can explore images created by other people a lot easier. This allows me to save time on seeing results without ever needing to generate it myself, and can take inspiration for the text prompts from other people's generations. For people that don't have a powerful GPU to generate AI art for research purposes endlessly, this service would definitely save you some bucks too. And this can also be a great
Oh,
way
is there
to
not just
draw
a website you
inspiration
can
for
go to and
design,
plug in words?
painting, art, or photography. The website is really straightforward. In the
No, it's a
discovery
web
tab, you
service.
can just
You can
type in
just
what you
plug
want to
in whatever
search,
you
then
want,
have
and it will
an
do all the
endless scroll of
processing.
AI generated images for you to browse. If you
Because
see
if
any
you want to
images
do
that
this
you like
locally,
and you are
need,
too
like,
lazy to
a
save
bunch
it
of GPU power.
Oh, I only have a 2060 Super. I don't think I have enough power for that.
You will be fine. There are
locally on
modified versions.
Okay.
your computer, you can just hit the bookmark button to save it under your account. They also have this fast remix
right.
function under images generated through OpenArt, which when you press it, it'll not only copy the prompt but also automatically adjust all the parameters for you, and you can further modify based on
create
it.
it.
Then they have this challenges tab where there are different talent sections for you to post your work on, and the top voted artwork will win 500 credits for their newly online Stable
Blaine
Diffusion
goes
and
and
DALL-E
types
2
in
generator,
waifus.
which consumes 0.1 credit
Hold
per
on, I gotta stop
generation.
sharing the
This is
screen
also
first.
the same place where the remix function would take you, and don't worry, they provide 200 free credits for any new users, which equates to 2,000 generations. Additionally, there are a lot of ways for you to earn free credits too, so if you don't have a powerful enough GPU, I suggest you to check it out. They also have this generation history where you can choose to create variations or upscale any of your previous generations. I'm pretty sure variations will cost you credits, but upscaling does not, which is pretty neat. So check out OpenArt at openart.ai and start creating using the link down in the description. Big shout out to Andrew Leschelius, Chris Ledoux, Dan Kennedy,
All right. I'm
Sean771.
gonna keep going from that. God, I find all that so fascinating. I'm gonna be over here. I'll be down here. We'll put you up there. What is that? X.
LI. It's just a
LI.
random thing. But I guess the interesting question is, how much are you willing to pay for something like that? Like what do you think is the suitable business model? Do you want to do per image?
For the AI side or
Yeah.
for the I mean, the only business model would be if you could actually create your own. Like, so much of it, like you're saying, is open source right now. So you'd have to close down the sourcing and then actually get it to a level where it works well enough, or just be so good and so confident that even if you do open source it, that no one else will run your stuff as well as you can run it. And then you could literally do sales of images, or people would just submit like, here's what I want, and you would then have the AI generate it, maybe with like a person in between that can take what the person is asking for, translate it into what the AI needs to hear, and then type it in for the AI. Or you have a service where they can just type it in directly themselves and it gets sent through cloud to the computer
You want to
itself.
use Fiverr.
Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I think what they're
They basically
selling
just
right
hire people
now.
on Fiverr to translate for you. It's
Yeah.
just like any other translation.
Yep.
But I think what they're selling right now is like the research behind it, I guess the modeling they're selling, or you can buy you can get the base bare bone program outside, but what you can't get is all the training they do of these like companies on their own specific AI model. I guess that's basically what you're buying through these services.
Right. They've done some tweak to the
Mhm.
original source that makes it now unique enough that they can do it.
Yeah, and I think that's where I guess the creative side comes in, because you can take the same prompt and put into different AI or different websites and get different results. It depends on how they train their models. For example, I think DALL-E is better in more realistic results, whereas Midjourney is better in more stylistic painting results. That used to be more, but I think they're now balancing between the two. So I think that maybe where they can niche out and like specialize, I suppose.
Get you like literally like how artists will specialize in 3D
Yeah.
rendering, they'll specialize in 2D or digital.
That could be interesting.
Oh my goodness. We can do this. All right, chat. What's something we can give me some words. Give me some words to put together.
In AI?
Yeah, for an AI generated
Okay,
image.
I got one.
You got
And
one.
Frank OnlyFans.
And Frank. Do you have one that I can put on the
I
freaking
saw
screen?
that in Nick's chat. I saw the
Oh.
result. Somebody did it. Now you have to suffer.
Is it? I'll see if it actually comes up with, because this is just, it'll make one at a time. Oh, it's got prohibited words.
And Frank is prohibited.
I don't know which one's prohibited, but it says prohibited words. And then it has a quote, and Frank OnlyFans.
It's probably
So-
OnlyFans.
Probably. It's probably a company, whatever.
I think you need to
Titty.
try-
I'm sure titty is also going to be a prohibited word here.
try mini dolly. I think that one is free, and I think there should be less limitations on that one. But that one is, I guess, less powerful, so you're balancing it.
I mean, I don't know how powerful this one. This is called Night Cafe. I don't even know what it does.
Night Cafe is a paid service. It's a good one.
Oh, well, for being paid, they let me make something for free, so that's cool.
Yeah, but you have to be able to make Anne Frank OnlyFans.
Do I
what's the
have to?
point?
Why?
Yes.
Why do I have to do this?
Because you
Anne
can.
Frank OnlyFans. Should not take long, up to 2 minutes. God, I hope I spelled Anne Frank right. Helen Keller OnlyFans.
Ah,
I sent
Yeah,
the
I'm
link in private chat.
Yeah,
The-
Crayon
Yeah,
used to
that's-
be Dolly.
Yep.
20 seconds. It's still drawing. Oh, and you
Another
can print it on a t-shirt. There's how you monetize it. You give people an easy button to just like turn their AI art into something around the home.
Crayon is fun.
All right, hold on. There's Oklahoma arguments going on out down here. You was Pitt in Texas looking at property in the Northwest. There's thousands of acres out there. Yeah, there is quite a bit of. Oh, that's creepy. This is the creepy one. Oh, this is weird.
Can you show us?
Yeah, I can show you, and it's not what you think it's gonna be.
oi.
Terrifying. Oh, they all have what's his face's eyes. What is
Yeah.
that? What is that actor's
That is-
name?
That creepiness is deliberate. So they destroy the faces on purpose, so you don't create faces.
Oh, weird. They make everybody look like they've got what's the guy? He's from the meme. He's like, "Hello, fellow children." Like
If you
Steve
want like
Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi. Yes, Buscemi's eyes.
if you want more like artistic result, try like Jesus Burning Europe.
You think I can do it? It's so few words.
Yes, Jesus Burning Europe painting.
Painting.
Because
It's
it
an
has
extra
to be a
word.
paint-
I'm already
you gotta give us-
drawing.
You gotta give us some extra stuff.
Oh,
I'm
it
already-
takes up to
You
2
give me
minutes.
extra stuff, Serranos. Tell me, I give
we'll
me extra
see.
stuff. You know what? We should draw a new Gundam.
Oh yes.
What? So we've got lots of Gundams in the Gundam universe. What Gundam should we make now? Gundam. bat type Gundams, but we already have those. What's what do we have any kind of like octopus style Gundams? Octopus.
I'm not even a Gundam guy. I couldn't tell you.
Robot. You're not a Gundam guy. Meanwhile, you're playing Gundam with me like every night.
Take it or
I
leave
can
it.
have multiple tabs. Take it or leave it. Get out of here. Bad Dragon Gundam. All right, so here is the I'm calling this one the third coming of Christ.
Ooh, amazing.
So there's that one. He's just going away. Come on, Octopus Gundam. You got this, AI.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
you getting
I
more
got a
socks?
cat.
What?
Are you getting socks?
No.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Hair dye.
Hair? Oh, you want clothes that don't matter for your hair dye?
Yes.
That's reasonable.
Everybody thinks that I keep your socks in a place that you aren't allowed to get them, and only give you socks like when you're good.
Why do they think that?
I don't know, because you're always up here getting socks, I guess.
No.
Ask Fansite. She's the one who thinks it.
Yeah, you keep me in a cage all day. That's okay.
I wish.
Okay, Blaine, I posted some pictures in the fan art channel. Can you determine which of these are AI?
Here's my Octopus Gundam.
That was terrible.
I think this one's my favorite. He looks like he's being torn apart by an octopus. This guy's kind of cool. He's got a big old goopy arm. They all look very blare, like meh.
They all look like they melted.
Discord.
They look like cheap knockoffs.
Right?
I don't know if I understand what an octopus means.
That's a good
Like
question. If I just type in octopus, would it know what an octopus even is? Okay, you said, oh.
Can you
I
find
should have
out
told
which
everyone
of
when I
these are
started.
AI generated?
Geez, that's a lot of images.
Yeah, I put 6 in there. Which of these were made by an AI?
Okay, let me pull them all up on the... Pull them all up. Get them in their largest format. And let's see which one's AI and which one's not. We're in the middle of a bit of a windstorm going on here, so if I suddenly disappear from stream, assume that the power has gone out and I can't continue to connect. So I'll have to
It's not as
that
bad
up.
down here, but it's definitely pretty rainy.
Yeah, the rain's fine. It's sometimes you just get these mad winds because like the mountains right here and like the sea wind comes in, it just goes right up the mountains.
Yeah,
Oh,
like I said, not as
it's
bad.
pretty good at Octopus. It's pretty good.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, just Octopus. It was able to give me all these. Not really like maybe two actual octopuses. Like there's just an eyeball inside of this one's tentacle, but
yeah, it's so weird. How many legs do they have?
this one has 1, 2, 3, 4. That leg's not connected. 5, 6, 7. This one splits. 8, kind of. 9, maybe 10 if you count this one as 2.
So yeah, this one doesn't really give you that much to work with.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a basic one.
This.
It's an artist drawn.
Yeah, my initial thoughts are artist because of this little bit here.
And the lines are too clean, I think. Can you zoom out? Like the video said, you have to look for artifacts, like the hands. Is there any weird parts?
The tips of the hair are kind of fuzzy.
But
I
that could be
purposely
just
chose some
artistic blur.
Yeah, I purposely chose some different art that you couldn't see any hands in. There shouldn't be any hands in any of these.
No, that is art.
aspect.
That's Samus.
Yeah.
Where was I? Oh, we were doing our Halloween thing, and there was actually some mom who was dressed up as Samus, and her kid was a little Metroid.
That's adorable.
I'm gonna say this one is drawn because this whole sleeve thing here.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff still.
I don't know. Some parts of it makes me go sus, like some parts of the hair and like the
Yeah.
shoulder part goes like weird.
Right.
So a little on the fence on this one. I'm a little Tim Pool on this.
She's
Yeah,
thick.
it's definitely
She's
like
probably artist drawn.
There's definitely
No AI would draw that thick.
yeah. But you can see how it hits details here too in this one. Like just details you wouldn't think of. Like you were talking about the eye.
So is this one artist?
We're gonna go through all of them.
Well, I thought
Yeah, we'll go through all
okay,
of them.
fine. All right. Number one, I think artist.
Yeah, we're gonna take votes first.
Okay. This one,
Hey, best girl.
immediate thought is artist because I can see a finger here,
You can see a finger.
and the finger doesn't look messed up. The hair has like multiple layers.
Yeah, I
Would you
say
n-
artist.
Yeah,
I think
this
the first one was AI. Looking at this.
I'm gonna say artist on this one. There's too much going on with like
There's
the
too much
bubbles and
stuff
stuff too.
too much stuff that I couldn't do.
The reflection here of the shadow,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
artist.
and you're gonna take this one back. You're gonna take this one to AI, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
I'm
Okay.
too sus on that shoulder part, like the thing.
This,
That
big
goes
man
down.
shoulder.
No. I don't know what
This elbow thing here going on.
the clothing that goes into the hair. That part is a little weird.
Yeah.
In like right beside the neck.
Yeah, like there's hair behind the character, but it's not like layered in the same way. It's
Mhm.
definitely not the same.
Okay.
Artist.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
These textures make me think.
That looks funny.
The hand
AI.
looks funny. You have to zoom out, Blaine.
Why do I have to zoom out? I like to be
Let's see the whole
close.
thing.
Yeah, see, like the hand is weird when you zoom out.
I can paint a picture in my head. Okay, when you guys close your eyes and imagine an apple, do you see an apple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's sitting on a table in front of you. You see the whole apple. It's red. It's
Yeah.
got a stem. It's got a
Yes.
leaf.
I usually picture like Fiji apples like that because
Swear
I
to
like
God,
those
like-
better.
I
don't like Red Delicious. Red Delicious are the worst
Granny
kind of
Smith.
apple. Red
I know
Delicious
that. I'm
suck.
just saying,
Red
like
Delicious
apple.
suck.
I'm just saying, when you picture an apple, you picture like an actual apple, right? You're not. None of you guys are the person who's like, I can't picture anything in my head. I just picture the word apple. Like, you know those people?
No.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
It's
Yeah, I've heard
crazy.
of them.
Stitch is one of those people. PSA Stitch from the Stitch and Adam show. He can't
Yeah.
picture things in his head.
That makes sense.
Her eye's wonky too.
I think
But
this
I've
one's
seen artists
AI.
do wonky eye before. But I think this one's AI because of that texture stuff that's going on down here. I don't know why someone would pick that around here in these angles. But that could be just me critiquing their art, not necessarily whether or not it's an AI. I can't believe we've given AI the ability to make furries, but then again, this furry's tail is like coming back into its legs, and that's a little weird, but maybe that's what they asked for. Not the
this,
apple, the
this,
beta.
this is Fubuki from Hololive. At least I'm 99% sure it's supposed to be Fubuki. It looks a lot like her. I put it in there.
The thing that
How,
makes
how
me
would
think,
you know that?
I mean, because they put tags on it.
what makes me think this one's AI is that the back muscle lines are drawn kind of erratically. Like this one kind of makes sense with where a shoulder blade would go. This one kind of makes sense with how that dip happens right in between the shoulder blade. But like this one and this one are freaking weird. This
Looks more
makes me
like a
think
mirror.
AI here.
It doesn't look right.
Yeah. This makes me say this is an AI.
They put a star in the tail too. That was kind of
yeah,
weird.
it'll- I think that's part of it though. Maybe
I
this
mean,
was an enhanced AI. Like they got an AI image, but they like really fine tuned it.
I feel like the artists have already lost if we have to guess if it is AI. I think it's AI. Looks but the hands looks nice.
Yeah, the hand looks like it's pouring water. The water looks like it's getting poured out of the hand. I think there's some of these shoulder bits that I've seen on some of this digital artwork, so that's all fine. I'm gonna say this one's an artist. And the last
think-
one on the list. This is AI. This is easily AI. Her hand
Yeah,
looks like a
that's AI.
skeleton hand.
Yeah,
You,
like
you
the
can't see it because
background-
it's behind Serranos. Let me do this. There we go.
The
Yeah.
background makes no sense.
Who would draw a pyramid like that? It's too pointed.
Who-
Pyramid's
who
supposed to be
drew
at
that?
45, not.
Yeah, but where is this supposed to be?
It don't make no sense. All right. Answers. Give me the answers,
The
Serrano.
first one's AI.
First one's AI. Okay.
Okay.
Second one's artist, obviously.
Artist.
This one's
Okay.
probably, power. That one is artist.
That's an
Oh,
artist. Oh, I'm
really?
sorry, artist. I don't like your artwork.
Third one
Fub-
is AI.
Wait, no, this is
AI.
Or
fourth.
not third, fourth. Yeah, I don't know why I said that because I just said power. But yeah, Fubuki. That's AI.
Yep.
Yeah.
The back lines got me. Megaman,
That is artist.
artist. Cool.
Obviously, the last one's pretty easy. That's AI.
That's
Oh,
AI.
okay.
Way to go, team.
Nicely done.
You mostly got there. You mostly got it.
We got good enough. Good enough.
Yeah,
what I'm gonna say.
that's how you know. That's how you know it's it's a little bit hard.
Geminire, not the Apple debate again. Like, how is this a thing? Like, that's what I don't understand is people who. What
give
do
you
you
two more that
picture in
are,
your head? Like, I want
I'll
to
give
talk
you-
to somebody who does this.
I'll
'Cause,
give you
like, I
two more
asked
that are
Sitch-
in a different form. These are
In
both
different
AI.
Wait, that's
Basically,
what?
they're not pinups. They're not full body shots. They're
Oh wait, hold
headshots.
on. You're posting. You're talking about something different. I went
I
back to the
posted two
Apple bullshit.
headshots. These are both AI.
Ooh.
These are
I mean,
crazy.
for me, what's amazing is like the AI can understand like the character and like capture the likeness of the character. That's something like artists have to train for like years to capture likeness of a character.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
expressions,
Mhm.
specificity about them, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, those two
That's crazy.
headshots are both AI.
Yeah, I don't even know where I would. And that's the other thing too is like we're gonna get like AI that's like modified AI where it's like I had an AI make the base and then I cleaned up some of the problems and now you don't have those artifacts and all they have to do is draw like as long as an artist can draw hands they're gonna make that AI art look great.
And yeah, a good
Mhm.
artist is gonna be able to make something really good with it because they can just create a base in a minute, and they can draw from there and make something else on top of it.
I mean, that is what they do right now.
Yeah, lots of
Mm.
artists will make their base and then then they make a drawing.
Hmm.
God, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's
So
how they're
the-
able to churn out a lot of stuff is they make a billion different bases and then they adjust.
So I'm like number one. Like I can picture a real apple in my head.
I don't think there's even that much of the in between. It's just mostly you can't, or there are people who can't.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Sitch was like, I'm a 5. And I can't picture anything in my head. I was like, how do you like draw or design anything without like having a picture of what it is you're trying to do in your head? He's like, I put it on the paper and see what it looks like afterwards, and then I tweak it from there. And I'm like, that's insane. That's insane to me that you have to go from like not knowing at all what something's gonna look like, start designing it, and then you figure out whether or not you can keep going forward. It's
I don't-
mind blowing to me.
I don't feel like I could play chess if I couldn't see stuff in my head like that.
Maybe
You know what I
Stitch is
mean?
just special. I don't know, but I think like
He is
Oh,
as,
he's
like,
special.
Oh, he's
I
very
guess,
special.
yeah, more than in more than one way. But I think like as artists, you train your eye to see 3D. So I think it's a skill you can definitely develop as well.
Hmm. I don't know. I just make puzzles and stuff. Taking apart engines. You can picture what it looks like in your head.
I just jumped into this chat today. Are we talking about AI today or what?
I'm just talking about what the hell I want to talk
Anything.
about. It's Fun Time Friday. We can talk about whatever you want to jump
You just
into.
had the AI video you wanted to bring up, Pam.
If you
I
want
just-
to look something interesting, I think there are like AIs that you can just put in image and it will automatically like model 3D for you.
What?
So that's another thing you can look into, and that's another thing artists do, which is like they just sketch it and put it in, and it will give you a 3D
It
option.
just makes a 3D model. It's like no biggie. It's like, wait, how did you do that? Oh yeah, we have a billion trillion different body proportions we have in our data banks, and we match it
What
to
in the
we
hell?
morph and match it to whatever skeleton you got there, and then we just put it in.
Cyberfox. I can book a demo in English.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's not available yet, but it is definitely something they're developing, I suppose, and it will be
Here's
available
16
commercially.
tools. Here we
in a few
go.
years.
Convert image. Oh, this one makes it into a stereoscopic 3D, so you can wear the red and blue glasses. That's a little different.
No. I
That's
think there are
silly.
ones that will create
3D
like 3D
shade.
model.
That one literally just takes your PNG and makes it a 3D like cookie cutter. Clip Studio Paint. Don't act like that's doing anything special. Get out of here.
I
A
love Clip
lithophane.
Studio.
That's just an actual mod. Never mind. This website's not working. Oh well. Looks like you've got to pay for those for right now, or I could book a demo if everybody wants
Yeah.
a demo of something. But I don't know they're gonna listen to me. What do you want this for? Do a food trailer. What? Oh, you think you might also be a 5? Welcome to the 5 club. The hard part is getting it out of your head. Oh. All right, Nico. So since this is your first time on the chat, what would you say is like your top? You can say 1, but like 1 to 3 most influential anime in your life.
I haven't
watch
watched anime in a long while. Also, I have to prefix. You call me out, Blake. Right now, I'm going through that like depressed college kid phase.
Oh
Can't
no.
enjoy no silly anime. So
What?
with that, a lot of my choices are gonna be pretty dark.
It's okay. Just watch Evangelion again. That's what got me through that phase. It works.
Right now, I
trust
think
me.
the one I really like most is Moyo no Hako. I think
Moyo no Hako.
it's been out a while, and like it's all dialogue anime. There is no action. No, I guess there is some action, but it's more like drama, mystery, crime, horror type of anime.
Gotcha. That's fun.
And I like more like that type of anime. I haven't watched anything from these recent because
Oh, that's
not gonna
fine.
lie, I don't really like a lot of the animes. I just think they're simp animes.
You're not watching Chainsaw Man?
Oh, I haven't watched
or not.
anything this season yet, so
It's a safe way to do it. It's just
Yeah.
nice to
I've
have
been-
the anti-chainsaw man brigade outweighing the pro.
wait,
on the
who's
stream for once.
anti Chainsaw Man?
I am.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
what? Why?
Don't watch Chainsaw Man.
It's just very baseless. Like it's copying a lot of other things without actually knowing how to create a substance behind them that makes you interested in seeing it. The manga is sketchy and doesn't really follow a good cohesive imagery line. The story itself is pretty bare bones as far as like anytime it tries to get interesting or starts to get interesting, the solution is just chainsaw more things, and it's like, okay, cool, all right, well, that was an answer, I guess. And it doesn't really go anywhere.
Blaine doesn't care about the characters.
Wow,
The
I thought
baddie
you
is-
like it. I haven't seen or read the manga, but did you read the manga, Blaine?
I have read the entirety of the first
Right,
arc.
you were reviewing it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you
And
liked
then-
it.
And then I got bored with it. You can go watch some of my reviews. I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. This might be going.
Yeah,
somewhere
I remember
interesting.
some episode you were saying, "Oh, this chapter is meh. This chapter is meh." I remember those days.
Yep.
I guess it just went downhill from there.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it stayed there. It stayed mad. I can see how people would enjoy it, but it's just such a very heavy meh for me overall that And the other problem I think I was running into is like Michael in chat was like, you just read the next chapter, the next little arc will get you, the next little, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, fine. And so I read the whole thing in like, I went from chapters 50 to 90 in like 2 days. And it was just like, nope, that was I want my time back. Give me my time back because it was exactly what I thought it was gonna be.
I mean, yeah. So a lot of what people are like excited is gonna be the next Jujutsu Kaisen. So in your opinion, how does it compare to Jujutsu Kaisen?
Visually, the anime has looks very much like Jujutsu Kaisen. You've got people, monstery people using strange powers to fight other monster shapes, right? Like the visuals have really come in line with this is Jujutsu Kaisen. The surroundings, the people, the motivations, the what's going on, those I put on a way lower level than what you get in Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen introduces you to a whole world of backstory of these other things that are probably going on, and everything in Chainsaw Man, from like the boardroom of Japanese people who are the higher ups telling Makima what to do. They're a desk in a giant room, and it's like, oh, so you watched Evangelion and knew how to draw a tiny desk in a giant room full of your big bad government people. And then
I don't
when
think
other
Evangelion's the originator of that.
the big desk in an empty room, who did it
No.
first?
I just think that's a old trope that predates Japanese media.
Yeah. Also, what's wrong with that? I feel like maybe Bling is too harsh with the expectations.
Because it means something when the room is also the holodeck with which people communicate. It doesn't mean anything when it's literally an empty, like, gymnasium-sized room. It's just there to be a big room. It doesn't serve any purpose. And then you get into some of the other governments and what their agencies are doing.
Does it serve purpose in Ava?
Yeah, it's literally the room where he communicates with other people. It's also the same room that he transports in order to get to where Ray's thing is.
Later? I didn't actually read super into Chainsaw Man. Do they not use it later?
No,
or do you not see
it? Never comes back.
Well, yeah, that means
it's
you don't
like
know.
One scene. Yeah. It's one scene where it's like,
can't say that
they do.
And you can't say that they don't do, because they actually do go back to it in Ava, whereas they just don't do it there in Chainsaw Man.
Right. So if it never gets referenced again, if it never comes back into the story, why was it such a plot point?
What do you mean such a plot? She's just talking to the guys, though.
But they're trying to have it be like this secret cabal thing that's like, you better keep we pay you to keep your dogs in check. Like, they try to make it like a thing, but then it doesn't become a thing.
I guess maybe she should have had more communication with the guys, but I don't think the room is important to it, really. Like the size of the room.
What I'm trying to point out is that the setting in which they're trying to add this idea, like they're trying to pull from your memories of things like Ava, of things like just anytime you have like a big shadowy government that's like kind of pulling the strings without trying to pull the strings, but they aren't. Like through the rest of the series, you get one reference later on to like how the contracts work that are making it so that this is happening, but it doesn't actually amount to anything with like a shadowy government thing. Does that make sense?
Well, it's also Chainsaw Man isn't actually over yet.
Oh, have you not read the manga?
No, I mean, yeah, they're gonna actually keep going, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I stopped at the public safety whatever arc.
Yeah, because that was like
chapter 90 or whatever.
That was basically the end of the first whole thing.
The Discord's link expired? Oh no.
Yeah, basically the public. Yeah, it was the end of like the first half or the first part of Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
I have no idea what else he's going to be doing after that, but I assume he plans to keep doing more.
Yeah, I think we're up to like chapter 107, 108 or something like that. So there's definitely more. There's more coming, but it doesn't Hold on, I want no limit, never expire, generate a new link, copy. Here you go.
I don't know. I
Fansite.
just thought kind of a harsh criticism coming from Flame, who likes trash anime like More Than Married Couple.
I'm obvious with what things are good and bad,
I'm
and
just kidding.
the problem is when something hits that boring point, right? When I know where the story's going, when I know where the tale's going, and then it doesn't surprise me with where it goes, or it subverts what I want it to do, I'm like, oh, it'll be really cool when they like find like an interesting solution to this problem, and then there's not an interesting solution to the problem, and it's a really boring solution to the problem. Now, yes, you have surprised me. You've done something I wasn't expecting, but I wasn't expecting you to be garbage. So it becomes something that is not exciting and not something I want to keep enjoying and reading. And
Yeah, I
then
don't
you keep
really
getting
care
like,
if
no,
actually.
keep reading, keep pushing, keep doing it. You'll get to it. And it's like, ugh.
I don't really care if I can guess what it is if it's actually a good idea.
Alex Moore, the new chapters began, and I know Blaine will hate the new ones because I'm bored of them.
Are you even gonna read the new ones?
No, I'm not gonna read the new ones.
Exactly.
Here's what I was looking for. Michael kept telling me Power gets character development that puts her into some kind of waifu category. So I was like, all right, fine. We'll push through until I see the character development. He's like, oh, you got to read the next chapter. That's when it comes. It comes right after this thing. Oh, it comes after this thing. And it just doesn't. Would everybody be upset if I posted a like decently sized spoiler or like brought up a decent spoiler to the
No,
to the
Well, you
series?
probably shouldn't.
I don't care anymore.
I'd say you probably shouldn't because like the anime is like just starting basically.
Okay. What I will say
Yes, I have given.
in the least, I'll put up the spoiler gun up, but I'll try to do this
Yeah.
without spoiling anything. All right.
Also, I mean, even though I said I hadn't read that much, I obviously know what happens.
There is a really like around the chapters where Fujimoto gets enough assistance that he can actually draw more competently for the important scenes. There is a really, really cool image that I saw posted all over the internet when it was first announced that Chainsaw Man was coming out. That image, in context, means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Every time I've asked someone who's read that chapter, I was like, why does this image appear here? Why is this what happens? For atmosphere. And I'm like, what does it do to the atmosphere? How does it change the atmosphere? How does it make you feel? What is it doing in the atmosphere to help you with what it's supposed to be conveying in this scene? It's literally like you see this one panel of stuff that's going on, then it's this beautiful panel where you're like, wow, that's really cool. I wonder what this is going to mean. And then the next panel doesn't even really acknowledge it exists.
It's just marketing.
I hate it so much because it was like, there can be something really interesting here, but it's just shown to exist, right? And this is what I'm saying when I'm saying that like this imagery is interesting imagery that could mean something, but then doesn't. And that subversion.
I'd say it's a lot more annoying than the boardroom the giant room existing.
Sure, but the boardroom at least was in the anime already. I didn't really want to bring this one up yet.
I'd say if it doesn't show up again, it's like it doesn't really matter that it exists at all. It's like it's not a negative. It's not like missed opportunity. It's like that doesn't matter.
That's kind of interesting. Like, is the artist not talented enough? Like he's talented enough to create these interesting characters, but not talented enough to tie them to the end? Or is it
I would say
going on with the editor side? I don't know.
I think we could pretty easily agree. It's like even if he can make something that looks good, it's not like he's not a great artist because he doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not fast enough at creating good art.
Yeah, is he good artist but not a good storyteller?
So here is the biggest thing that I've been able to figure out in every sort of like interview or article or someone praising it. Like I read lots of stuff that's saying how good everything is. And what I've been able to deduce is that he is a huge fan of films and movies. At the beginning of many, many chapters, he writes down one of his favorite movies. Some of the chapters are even named after movies, right?
Yep.
And so he's using imagery from like in Space Odyssey, right? We have or Space Odyssey 2001 or 2001 Space Odyssey. We have this old movie where the idea of the next level of human evolution is so complicated and like we have no idea what that'll be that that Kubrick uses a whole series of very strange imagery to try to explain what that next level of thinking is going to be. And so you have a lot of very odd images that are there in this idea to convey what the next level of thought could be. And in Chainsaw Man, Fujimoto's like, I really liked that scene in Space Odyssey. What if I copied it in my thing? But he doesn't copy it to explain anything or to try to show anything. He's just making a visual reference to the fact that this was an interesting thing in another movie. It's sort of the Duke Nukem like the new one that came out a couple decades ago, I think, where it's like Duke Nukem laughs at the fact that there's a Master Chief helmet on the shelf. It's like referential and it doesn't really mean anything to the universe. And it wraps up so many of these sort of big ideas and big imagery in this idea of like, remember that? That was really cool. I can do something like that too. And it's like, okay, what does that mean in the context of your story? Nothing.
I think that's like a very Japanese artist issue. Have you guys seen Tenshi no Tamago?
No.
It's a really
Doesn't sound
old-
familiar.
It's a really
Tenchi's
old
Egg.
Japanese
I've seen the
movie.
anime,
Yeah,
right?
Angel's Egg.
Angel's Egg.
Yeah, in English, I guess.
Oh, with the white-haired girl.
Yeah.
And she's got that big ball. The only
Mhm.
reason I have seen it is because Dark Souls 3 steals a lot of imagery from it.
Oh, but that's supposed to be a Christian movie, and
Mhm.
there is a lot of symbolism of like Christian like visuals, but it doesn't really tie to the meaning of it. I
Mhm.
think that's what you're trying to get at. Like they are really good at like copying visuals and symbolism. They're really good at symbolism, but it doesn't get to the meaning part of it. In a lot of these,
I
like,
think
things.
I think you see that a little bit as far as like taking Christian symbolism in like even Evangelion, right? However, in Evangelion, the idea of the crosses, of the Kabbalah, of these images are trying to invoke like that feeling of like some of those things like the Kabbalah, like you may not know what the tree of Kabbalah is, but like as a person, when you see it, you have this feeling of like, this is something that like is not understandable. It kind of gives you that feeling of an unknowable point of a religion, right? So it can be used in that way. I don't remember any of them from Angel's Egg. Like I said, I only watched
Wait, you
little
don't?
bit of it.
The whole
that?
thing is supposed to be about Jesus and shit.
Which one?
The Angel's Egg?
The Angel's Egg?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Are you speaking like allegorically, or are you speaking
Yes,
like from the
yes.
actual?
Like
Okay.
metaphorically. Like so the guy that
okay.
appears in the anime movie is supposed to be Jesus. He is carrying the cross.
Mm,
Yeah, there is like whole interpretation of it.
I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about like actual like the physical imagery that's going on.
Yeah.
You
in
need
the
a Jack
storyline.
Daniels Gundam? Oh, that would be a cool Gundam.
Isn't it
Let's see.
basically just a drunk Gundam?
Basically, it's like Tequila Gundam, but from farther
Tennessee
north.
Gundam.
Yeah, Tennessee Gundam. What is chat talking about right now? Spoilers are the worst thing you can do to the Arthur. The Arthur? Who is that? Which image? Alex Moore. It's the Spaceman image, and you know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
The spoiler is real. You need the Jack Daniels Gundam. Predator taught you that autism is the next stage of human evolution. I think that's being proven just by the internet.
Yeah. I'm gonna overtake all of you.
Blaine wouldn't like Star Trek Lower Decks. Every scene is reference penis joke, reference story reference.
Oh yeah, Blaine wouldn't like Lower Decks because it's absolute garbage in every sense.
What's
It
Lower
is.
Decks?
It's trash.
What's that? What is this?
It's a Star Trek
It's
adult
an-
anime comedy that's supposed to be Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it's garbage.
He's so
Okay.
interested. What is this trash?
Apparently.
Take Smiling Friends, except you take out all the good jokes and you make it a Rick and Morty clone.
Gotcha.
You haven't checked out it.
Is it
yet, have you?
animated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Just look up Star Trek Lower Decks, and you'll be like, oh.
Gotcha. Wow, Evangelion spoilers? That's not a spoiler. The fact that religious imagery exists is literally like on the box art.
It is like a core thesis of Cruel Angel's thesis.
Yeah.
Ha.
Oh, okay. This looks
Yeah.
very much like what you just described.
Yeah. You're like, oh.
Why do I keep putting myself over here? There we go.
It's
Oh, I hate that.
terrible.
Yeah. Car
You need-
arts had ruined everyone.
It's true. It's true. Ah. Oh my
Stupid
goodness.
style.
Anyway, we didn't really get down to it though. You said,
Oh, 3 animes.
I mean, you whatever number. I don't really care how many.
I don't.
I just-
can't
I
really...
hate saying like, "What's your favorite anime?" Because I feel like that's a stupid thing to say. Like, there's different shows that have been influential at different parts of my life for different reasons, and I
mean,
think it's just a little more interesting if you.
I've seen a lot of shows, but I
Mhm.
can't really think of any right now.
All good.
Yeah, that's like the only one I can probably think of. Oh, I like Gintama a lot, I guess.
I love Gintama.
Yeah, that has been one of the really influential ones. But the thing is, did you watch it in the Japanese sub? How
Yes.
did you watch Gintama? Oh,
Yeah.
Did
I-
you
I-
find
I
like
watched
a fan sub?
I watched it because like the internet was posting so many like weird references to it that I just found some random pirate sites that had it hosted.
That's the
So I'm
way
sure
to
they were
watch
just
it.
fan subs.
Oh yeah, that's the way to watch. Because there is so many inside jokes that the fan sub input to understand the old anime. I don't think you can understand the jokes or the anime if you just watch it in like dub. I think that's one of the few special animes. But yeah, I love Gintama.
I think me
Yeah,
picking
that-
3 would be pretty easy.
You picking 3 or me picking?
Or
3?
me, myself.
Yeah. But that's I don't know. I don't like to put a number on it because I just feel like, what are your top 5? It's like,
Yeah,
now I
feel
gotta like,
I feel like 3 fits pretty well for me.
yeah. Does it?
Yeah, because I would probably choose Samurai Champloo because that was the first good show that I watched. Because I'm not counting Sword Art Online. Then also I'd count Hunter x Hunter and Konosuba for 2 different things I really loved getting out of anime. Just like Konosuba is a superb comedy, and Hunter x Hunter just a general action show adventure.
Hunter x Hunter is awesome.
Just the classic shonen. The
Yeah.
classic shonen done perfectly, honestly.
Is the author ever coming back?
No,
Hunter x Hunter?
he's supposed to be putting out another chapter at some point, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh, then when's the
supposed
next
to
one
be.
after that?
He was supposed to put out a new chapter like 7 years ago.
Yeah, he's been behind on that
Oh,
ever
yeah.
since.
The Neo Armstrong cycle just went Armstrong. The best
God.
one.
Freaking love that show.
Yeah, I love the dirty jokes of it. I think
God,
that's the
it's so
best
funny.
part.
I think the first introduction I had to Gintama was one where they were all in the can and they had like sandpaper and
Yeah.
the one guy's like freaking out. He's like, "What do I do? Do I use the back side of the sandpaper? Do I use the front side? What?" And then you just start hearing like, and he's like, "Oh my God, Gintama's using the sandpaper on his ass, no!" And then like he's just like sanding the door for some reason. It's like, what the hell are you
Do I
doing?
do it? Do I not do it?
Yeah.
And
And I was like, "Oh my God, I don't know what this is, but I need to find it."
Oh, that's how you got into it? Oh,
That was
yeah,
literally
that's-
the first thing I ever saw from Gintama, and I was like, "I'm sold." And then the other thing that I found shortly after that was the how anime is done, where they're like going out and then they're doing like filler arcs and stuff
yeah,
while the
yeah, yeah.
manga catches up, and
I mean, no truer word has been spoken.
it's true. Favorite
Yeah.
American animated series is Kim Possible. I don't think I've ever watched Kim
Ooh.
Possible. I'm
Dragon-
familiar because of the cosplay, but I don't know anything about the show. Other
I
than
watched pretty much all of it, yeah.
I had the Power Rangers like alert tone on my phone, and I changed it because every time it went off, some random asshole would be like, "Is that Kim Possible?" I'm like, no, it's not. It's Go Power Rangers. Like, it's a completely different beat. There's more beeps. Like, I don't. What's wrong with you?
My wife has that on her phone right now.
Does anybody
Whenever
ask her
she
if it's
gets a
Kim
text.
Possible?
No, she says Zordon's calling.
Oh no,
Right.
that's Kim Possible's way too old now.
200 episodes on Gintama. Yes, it is a very long show.
Yeah.
Totally worth it though.
Dragon Roost is cultured in chat. His favorite anime is High School DxD
And Overlord. Which is
and
weird.
Overlord.
What is
That
this?
seems like a Dragon Roost take.
I heard we're getting more DxD next, or is it this winter or is it next year?
Well,
High
that would
School
be
DxD
next year
announcement.
because winter starts in January.
I think I saw like the first season
I
of it,
meant
and then
later
I
next
stopped.
year, you fucking dickhead.
Actually, Serrano's winter started like on Wednesday for me. There's
I
some
believe
there was
it.
snow on the road, so.
Well, we're not talking about Canadian winter. We're talking about the Japanese.
Oh right.
Oh,
My bad.
Blade's like, I was talking about that. Hey, I wasn't talking about that either.
Wait, the release of High School DxD season 5 is scheduled for October 2022?
So next year, yeah, and the next year.
No, October 2022 is now. Wait.
Well, I mean, it's
No, it was
out, so
gone
it's
by
coming
already.
next year. It's already it's already come and gone, so it's got to be next year.
Hold on. Will there be a season 6? Here we go, season 6. Wait, I'll just click fucking news. I don't stop. Why is this so annoying?
Nice, nice.
Nice. What? Did you get all your
I was
dailies
looking
done?
at gacha game sales. Looks like Arknights sold $1 million on this banner.
What?
Yeah, it looks like they made $1 million. They made $1 million sales for this current banner for like.
Who
this
owns
current event.
Arknights?
Damn.
I believe Yostar is the one that publishes it, but the company that actually makes it's called Hypergriff. They're a Chinese company.
So Tencent owns it, is what you're
It's-
saying?
It's their only product, I think, other than their music making. I don't
Okay,
think they have any
no
reviews.
official date, but fans could expect season 5 somewhere in October of 2023. So probably a fall season 2023. We'll get more DxD.
There you go.
Favorite Western animated show? Now that's a thinker.
Avatar, obviously.
Probably the original Scooby-Doo series. I can't think of anything that I like more than that. Or Simpsons seasons 1 through like 30 or so.
Okay, the people who are made up Hypergriff were people that worked for Yostar before and people who worked on Girls Frontline.
Oh, then they know how to print money if they worked on Frontline.
Yeah, so that's.
I
what
hated
they're-
that anime, by the way. I don't know if we ever talked about that one.
Never checked it out. Didn't look. I wasn't that
Oh, it was
interested.
so it basically made the main character the player. And so you
Yeah.
had like as the person is like introducing them to like the facility and everything, I'm just listening to a mobile phone game like tutorial right now. It was like, I don't want to make it an anime. Don't just make it your game videos. Canada syrup is overhyped. Now Canadian bacon. I think Canadian bacon's overhyped too. It's just ham.
It's ham.
Teen Titans, that's a good one for best Western cartoon.
Yeah, or Superman animated. That was good. I liked that.
Yeah,
Man,
I love Teen
animated.
Titans Go. That was a great anime.
Get
Or
out of here with that.
Brave and the
Go. My
Bold.
sister loves that one, but fucking children, you're
Yeah.
children.
Ha.
Teen Titans Go just looked too weird for me. I like the original Teen Titans style, but the Go series, I was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, it sounds like something a boomer would say.
It's true. Boomer said it. Now what are you gonna do? I owned it. I own my status.
It's 2-2 there, Serranos. What are you gonna do? Zoomer.
Zoomy boomy.
No, I don't
Oh,
actually
goodness.
like Teen Titans Go. Sorry.
What about
I read
like
everything?
what about like movies, like Western movies, not shows? Did you guys see
Fa-
like the like Avengers movies? Marvel Adventures?
Yeah, I think Endgame.
No,
was
explain
probably
to me
the
what
last
is
Marvel.
The
Avenger?
animated ones.
Oh, the animated ones?
Yeah.
No.
It's
Why are we talking
you-
about Western movies? Like, hey, you guys see Western movies like Marvel? The animated ones.
No, we're talking about the Western animated shows. So I thought-
Yeah.
I get the context now. But that's how programmed I am, that when I hear Marvel and I hear movies, I just think of the live action one.
Yeah,
The only thing anybody thinks of.
Oh
The,
my goodness.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes animated one was good. That was before they were bought by Disney.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about the last like animated movie I saw that wasn't coming out of Japan.
I watched the Lego movie and Into the Spider-Verse.
If the Lego movie counts, that might be it.
Well, it's animated.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's animated,
Okay.
so it's like I don't know what else you call it. It's not stop motion.
They didn't draw it every
No.
frame?
It's
That's not a 1-1 animation.
There's bits of live action in it though.
Yeah, there's like live action bits.
Will
but-
Ferrell's in it.
Yeah. Like, by being in it, he's one of the main characters that's in the villain, and he's also in it. He's literally in it.
He is.
Okay, Lego Batman.
You saw that?
I just like the character. I just like Will Arnett being Lego Batman.
I like him as an actor. He's really fun.
Good choice, Dragon Ruse with Heavy Metal. That's a classic.
Heavy metal. Can you call an anthology a movie?
It's long enough. It's also got some big names in it. John Candy's in it. Harold Ramis.
I'm
They
just
got
thinking,
awesome
like,
music.
such a weird. It's like
Heavy
calling the
metal.
Animatrix a movie.
Ghostbusters.
I don't know. What about you, Nico? You brought this up. Which one was it? Which one did you
I
like?
was thinking.
You're thinking. Oh,
From
I'll
the
ask
recent
question.
ones, I like the Hulk versus Thor, Hulk versus Wolverine. Those were fun.
Mhm.
Like really old school animations when Hulk wasn't Jack Murphy yet. When he was still cool and still
Oh.
smashing
That's one way to
Thor.
put it, man.
Yeah,
And
it was
then
cool.
Wolverine was still voiced by Steve Bloom, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Hugh Jackman hadn't appeared yet. Not that he would appear in any animated film.
Nah, but Steve Bloom has that voice right about here. And then he goes down here when it comes to Wolverine. And you're like, wow, that's so cool. No wonder you have like a bajillion titles.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kind of a dweeb, but at the same time, I have to respect the vocal cords.
Oh yeah.
Put
Oh,
respect on his
amazing.
name.
What?
Put respect on his name.
Get his name out your damn mouth.
Keep my wife's name out your damn mouth.
I have met Steve Bloom twice at conventions, so nothing like, not like we were at a bar or anything like that, but just in that public setting of like, hey, I like your stuff. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
And then you feign your wife has to catch you.
Exactly. Exactly. Voice actor panels are the best thing. If you ever can go to a convention, go to a convention that a voice actor is in the panel of, and just wait for the Q&A section. Because my favorite question of all time is every time that mic comes up, and they're like, hi, how do you become a voice actor?
It's not for
Every
any,
time.
Like, it's like that
Every
for
time.
anything. Like, how do you become?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so classic.
Oh.
Oh, Nigo!
How do I run a Minecraft server?
Oh no.
How much RAM for a Minecraft server?
Yeah, and it's like, come up and speak your question with confidence. I believe in you. You can do this. And then like the next person that comes up, the same exact way, same exact thing.
No, they ask
they
it
spend like
slightly
5 minutes
differently.
asking this like one line question.
No,
And the
they
voice
ask it-
actors are always like, well, I just kind of fell into it. you know, you gotta find the position and, you know, apply for the job, and if you don't get it, then apply for the next one. And then, like, the next person asks the same question.
No, they ask it slightly differently. Is, how did you become a good voice actor? How did you become the best voice actor?
Well, I don't know. I just keep taking jobs, and I'm amazed that anybody pays me to talk into a microphone. That was Steve Bloom's answer. And that's why I was like, okay, this guy can be kind of a dweeb on Twitter, but like he's down to earth with the fact that he's just like shocked at the fact that people pay to listen to him speak. So I'm okay with that.
How did you become the voice actor for Steve in Minecraft?
Oh, he's back. He's back. Okay, good. Welcome back, Nico.
Just my internet being stupid.
Oh, that's okay. My internet could disappear at any second.
Yep.
It just timed perfectly with me making fun of somebody asking a question. We were concerned. We immediately thought you got felted, so I'm glad you weren't felted.
Yeah, Nico, do you have Comcast?
No.
Don't dox him.
It's not like Comcast doesn't control half the telecom market.
Yeah, but you know where they live. If they're like, oh, I've got Spectrum, it's like, you're in the middle, aren't you?
Oh, we know where you are. We know you live up here. You can't get away from us.
No, I'm Xfinity over here, baby.
I actually think I do as well. I used to use Spectrum actually, but it's just they seriously just didn't service my area with fast enough internet. It's just like there's no point.
Oh yeah. I at some point will get to pay for actual true gig, but I don't really want to pay for it until I can get symmetrical, because like Google's down the road. Why don't I have fiber yet?
Why can't I just get a proper upload rate? Can you tell me why?
I get, 500 to 800 down, and then awesome. 10 up, and it's like, why?
Like, what the hell is this?
Please, come on.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm waiting for Starlink. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna save this.
I'll use Starlink if it's available. Like if I ever go on some kind of road trip, like I'm out in the mountains or something. But like I don't know, just direct. As fast as wireless ever gets, it will always be faster with a hard line. That's just physics.
At least it should until they just like stop giving you proper hard lines.
They throttle the cable to get you to sign up for the wireless.
They just start choking it physically.
Just stupid cable.
Imagine if it was actually like an internet hose. It's just like they just start winding it up, increasing it.
Yeah, I think
I do. I don't do too bad. I'm on cellular, so that's the way I do it. I use a cellular hotspot. It seems to go pretty fast enough. Is what I need.
A good amount of data or unlimited.
Yeah. You better have a good data plan.
Well, then you get like I think Brandon is on he's on like satellite internet. I was like, what?
What?
Oh yeah. I've heard of that too.
He's into the middle of like bumfuck nowhere in Idaho, and it's like, all right,
you kind of have to, right? It's like it's kind of the only option sometimes.
I'm surprised he doesn't run mobile, honestly, because when he first told me he lives like in the middle of nowhere, and he's like, my internet's not great, and I was assuming he was like going off a friggin' cell phone hotspot or something, but no, he's got some kind of satellite connection. I was like, that's crazy to think of.
I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be back.
Do it.
Okay.
Get your fill out my damn heart. I love it.
How much does he pay for his satellite? I wonder.
Hundreds. His internet bill blows my mind that guy even bothers to connect to the internet. I was like, it's like $350 a month or something like that. But
yeah, I was listening to him on the stream, and it's like, you pay so much.
I goodness, I get cranky whenever it hits 3 digits. Like,
yeah.
And then
I only pay about 80.
Yeah, because I'll like end my 1 year like special pricing, and I'll just call and yell at people until it finally goes back down. I'm worried.
That's it. I'm going somewhere else. You guys suck.
At least I can. I can make that threat here.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, but some areas you can't.
Some can.
And they know.
It's true. They got you. They got you.
They got you by the balls, man.
Right by the short and nasties.
Yeah, we only have 3 choices up here. You either go with Bell, Telus, or Rogers, and that's it. You can't go anywhere else.
Bell, Telus, and Rogers.
Yep.
That sounds like a joke that like a grandfather would tell.
No, it's no joke. That's our telecommunications up here.
Laugh at it, but threatening to leave works. Does it work though if you only have one provider? That's what I wonder. Because you don't technically need the internet to survive, right? So like you could just cut the cable and call it good.
Yep.
But could you be like, all right, shut me down. I don't need your internet. And they'll be like, how are you going to pay bills? And like, I'll mail a check. And they'll be like, what? Like a tablet? Like, but like, would they bring your pricing down just to keep you around? I bet they would. I can't see service to a house being that expensive unless you're dealing with a fucking satellite.
Yeah.
AT&T
Or
is your only
loyalty
provider. Ooh. Must be some sort
Ouch.
of, I'm guessing it's a reservation agreement. That would be my only assumption, because I know there are multiples in Oklahoma. Of course, I don't know where in Oklahoma you are, if you're in like Tulsa or Oklahoma City or anything like that. But I also know that infrastructure gets very, how do you say, delicate when you start hitting tribal lands. So I could see them being like, all right, we're just going to do this once. We're going to lay one set of pipe, one set of cable, and it's going to be AT&T. This one's yours. Like, not coming back again to try to bring more cables or something like that. You'll drive in person and deliver the check yourself. Just buy a stamp. Gas is too expensive now. Fansite doesn't have internet except for the data that comes with phone. There we go. See, you don't need internet to survive. Fansite's here all like every night. Sometimes late, but always here. It's proof you can get by without the internet.
I mean, it depends on what you do too, I suppose. If you do some work in the city and you have to talk to people, I don't think you can go without the internet.
Oh,
yeah.
But then you can get your job to pay for it. You're like, yeah, you like what I do? You need me? I live here. You know that? What are we going to do? How are we going to make this work? You subsidize half. We go 50-50 on this. I don't know. They can always figure something out. Stamp.
I think we're going to get Starlink.
Are you?
At work, yep. Because our internet is so awful. they're going to go Starlink.
Oh, nice. Let me know how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, you bet.
Are they getting like a bundle deal? Like, how are they getting? Do you know?
I'm not sure about the infrastructure. I know our IT has to get involved with it, so I'm not sure if they are going to know what to do. But they got to handle it. Because our other facility has one across the street. They got Starlink, but we got on a waiting list, so we're going to be waiting for a little while to get it.
Yeah, I'm sure like when he rolled out the actual program, he's gonna have like different like machine, different stuff for different like type of business. And like if you're using personal or if you're a business, I don't think he's gonna just give you a bunch of satellites.
Yeah, you get already on the Starlink website. There's Starlink Business. There's residential, business, RV. Yeah. I've seen the RV antenna around Seattle. $135 a month for the RV connection. Maritime, $5,000 a month. I mean, you do basically have a satellite following you around in the middle of the ocean, but that's crazy.
Yikes.
Starlink Aviation. Ooh, okay. RV, $135. Boats, $5,000 a month. How much per month is the range? And you can pick a number, and it might be within the range for aviation Starlink.
Yeah, the important question is, what's the speed?
$12,000.
It says high speed, low latency, in-flight internet with connectivity across the globe.
Yeah,
I won't tell you what the speed is until later.
$12,000.
$12,000. Okay, you got a number,
That's
Nico?
The speed is 12 grand. What?
No. How much
Yeah.
per month do you
No,
think
but
that an
yeah, the
airplane would
speed
have to
better.
pay?
The speed better be like 12 gig per second or something like that.
Well, you're closer to the satellite, so it might be
Yeah.
better. What dollar would you put on as a plane?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know.
We got 10K from Gemini 3. Dragon Ruse, do you know what money is? It's $5,000 a month for the boat to have Wi-Fi. It's 12.5 per month, all the way up to 25K per month to have, with a one-time hardware cost of $150,000.
Ooh.
So you're pretty much buying your satellite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like, you submit your flight plan so they can redirect a satellite to follow you every time. That way you don't have to jump from spot to spot. That's crazy.
Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't have like competitors. There is no like relative price you can price check. So,
No, exactly. Well, I guess the competitor would be who does like the GoGo in-flight Wi-Fi.
there are like other Wi-Fi internet services, but there is nothing like Starlink. I don't
Right.
think.
Thanks, G.
But that would be your
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to say the military is probably their closest
Yeah.
competition
Yeah. With the amount of satellites, yeah.
with spy satellites.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. That's
I mean,
fun.
That's kind of the same thing with the robot he's gonna do, right?
The
first
robot. What?
commercially
Still the fucking robot?
available robot you can
If
buy.
I Google Elon robot, is it just gonna be? Oh, it's
Mm,
Tesla bot.
Yeah. You guys
This is a
haven't seen
meme.
Does
that
it have his
one?
face on it?
Wait, you haven't seen that one?
No.
Ooh,
Hold
we
on.
should look at
This
it.
is actually a CNET website. This looks like a freaking meme. Hold on.
No. So it was
This isn't
unveiled
real.
as it is real.
Shut up.
Oh no, not that one.
Not this one.
No. He did.
This one looks better.
That's a 3D render and a stupid joke. Not that one.
Okay.
He
Looks like-
revealed a working
looks like-
prototype later. I think earlier this year.
It's 100% a joke.
Yeah, it's Elon. He have to do the hype thing. So he
Gotcha.
did that last year to hype up this year's release, I suppose.
Oh yeah, a month ago, Tesla AI Day.
Yep.
Here's
the
a
one.
Verge. Here's a Verge on it. Let's see. Can I equip the Tesla bot with a boring flamethrower? Yes, but it has to come with a bad dragon as well.
Too.
He's gonna
I
do
do
more
want to
than just a
set some
flamethrower.
expectations with respect to our Optimus robot.
Our
As
Optimus
you-
robot? Come on. Get a little
Cringe.
more creative with your name. Don't steal.
Last year, it was just a person in a robot suit.
It wasn't a robot suit. It was literally just like a Zentai. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Alex Moore brings up a good point. There are a handful of other competitors just in other countries.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't a Chinese space program throwing internet satellites out. They got a lot of land mass. That would be expensive to run cables on.
But
Mhm.
we've come a long way, and
No cables, nothing.
yeah,
Want to do it with you guys.
Who are you?
But it's the
first time. So let's see.
Yeah. I'm gonna mute you because I don't want your music because it sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, the hip
yeah.
sway, not bad.
Can it
Very
work?
Boston Dynamics walk to it.
So
Mhm.
they basically developed this robot within like a year.
Why? What does it do?
Maybe we can watch the video and how. I mean, yeah, we don't really want to have to watch the video. So basically, this is the prototype, and
Yeah.
I guess their plan is to commercialize it. I mean, let me put it this way. Basically, for less than 20 grand, you can buy a robot slave for the rest of your life. That's basically the plan.
Oh, I see. It delivers your packaging.
It's supposed to do like all types of housework around the house, basically.
Yeah.
So they're taking the Boston Dynamics robot hands and stuff,
and they're
Mhm.
implementing the Tesla sensors, the camera, the AI recognition system, so it can recognize objects around the room, and then they can write the program to
Oh,
do things with those objects. So that's the
gotcha.
plan, and
It
I
has
think they're
wide
gonna.
birthing hips.
I think they're gonna plan to deliver within like 5 years.
Gotcha. Have you? Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? A slave for less than 20 grand, worth it or not?
What I just saw is a lot more worth it than what I'm about to show you.
I don't think so. I think it's making people lazy. Get up off your ass and do some work.
I agree with you on like 90% of people's homes. Now the people that can just drop 20 to 40 grand on a robot to help them out would probably get a better experience dropping 20 to 40 grand on like an actual butler because they would assumedly have this kind of house that you need another hand to actually physically help out. And rather than worry about your robot being because it's already hard enough to delegate to other people, much less delegate to a robot something to do. Obviously you get it to do it the first time. It'll be much better to repeat that task over and over again. But
I think we
don't-
have to talk
I don't
about
know.
some kind of ideal situation where the robot works, right? Right now, I
Yeah.
don't think we even know if the robot actually works will work properly. And we have seen like
Mhm.
those like Japanese waiter robots, but that's like the extent of it. There is
I
no
love
like
I love the little
complex
one that
work.
brings you water. That's my favorite little waiter robot. They have those at Kura Sushi here. But this is the one I'm not excited for, but also I think is very interesting. This is the maid, the Robo Maid.
Oh man.
Okay, I've seen that
Oh
one.
man. I've seen this.
They now have a cafe that they're working in.
Yeah, but these are not
Look
intelligent.
at that come along look.
Creepy.
Watch how they walk too. Boom, do it. They kind of have these like lobby wheels.
Wait, they have legs or do they have just wheels?
No, they've got wheels that make them kind of wobble like they're walking.
Fucking creepy. I feel like it will give me nightmares, not dreams about anime girls.
Well, I guess you have to be into a certain height of anime girl to have it not be creepy. Oh, it's the hands. It's the fact that the hands don't move. I like little thing. It's like take pictures, link us on Twitter.
Oh,
That's how you market. Any place that's like no pictures, get out of here. Oh, the hands moved.
Oh my, no.
She's
Those
got a
are not
magnet. Thank you. She loves it.
it's all fine and dandy till it turns into Westworld.
The original Westworld.
The original with the Yul
Yeah,
Brenner.
Yul Brenner. Oh, freaking Yul Brenner. He was in everything for a long time.
Oh yeah, in the 70s. Yeah.
What's with
Watched
these
him in so
freaking
much.
chobbits over here staring at the other one? They're like, we gotta learn. Oh, of course. Yeah, it's a maid cafe, Alex Moore. That's why it's wearing a maid uniform.
Is it like DIY?
I think so, because the first time I saw it, just staring at her. This is the worst way to advertise your robot. Like, dude. Ah!
It's gonna watch you eat.
Oh my goodness. Because the first time I saw it was like in this guy's like apartment, and they were like just going around his apartment doing random stuff. So I feel like this is literally just like this. And look at that guy walking around. He's so nervous. He's like, oh, is she gonna do it? Is she gonna make it? Don't drop the cup. Oh, it's held in. A little 3D printed piece there. Okay.
I mean, for the Tesla robot, just imagine that, but with the hands moving, I guess.
Yeah, like fingers and stuff.
Yeah.
Gee. There's other people in this restaurant. I like. I love this. As she leaves, this one just cocks the phone in front of the face. That makes me giggle. Oh no, is it good? Robot didn't make the food though, unless it was maybe a Keurig made the food.
So I guess here's the real question: if they do this in U.S., who gets the tip?
Same place that gets the tip already.
Fair enough.
They split the tips. The front of house gets some, the back of house gets some. Oh, she paid for the dance. It's got like a Connect on its head. It's like, what's going on?
Camera.
I mean, I think it's just a 3 lens to give it depth and then maybe heat. I mean, you can see the wheelchair going on underneath there. Oh, it's so weird. Oh boy. Why is she touching the hair? Don't touch the hair. You don't know that they like that. From the back, it's even weirder. Because it's moving just enough to be like that's semi-real.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I just imagine if you could get AI art to draw those.
Oh. No, the AI art draws the ketchup pattern on your omurice. That's what happens.
Huh.
The little room sensor here, so they know where they're at. Oh, it's waving weird.
This is just the start. Imagine,
Just the
man.
start.
Hey.
Imagine when you get real life size Gundam waiting your table.
Oh my goodness.
It just leans down and it like points its little
Now
thumb there,
I'm hard.
and the little T starts coming out of the gun barrel.
Vote Tuesday so you won't be replaced by robots. Hopefully you vote before Tuesday, depending on where you're at.
Oh yeah, for me, we actually only have mail-in voting.
Yeah, we don't physically vote in Washington either. Everything mails in.
Yeah, send me one of those, will you? I'll vote too. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Yeah. I'll admit
Actually,
to
I got
crime on camera.
I got my signature verification this year too, which was like sign your name a bunch of times and send it back.
I
Biggest
refuse to
issue
do
is just
this.
people who die in that year and then like they don't update the registry in time, so the wife will get like 2 voters things, and it's like,
Yeah, we
well,
should probably not talk about that actually.
it's
Worried
a real
about getting in
thing.
trouble?
I'm not gonna get in trouble. We didn't
Probably
vote
not.
with a dead person's thing.
I don't think
I
they
just-
want you talking about that though. Just based on stuff that happened.
It happens!
A couple of years ago.
We do
that
not
doesn't
condone it.
matter.
Mhm.
It's
I don't condone
listen.
people talking about conspiracy theories on this channel.
It's not a conspiracy.
Arr,
You call
arr,
it whatever you want. It's not gonna, like, if you think about it, it's not gonna be numbers that are gonna change anything. So it's not like a big issue. I live
Good
in
point.
Washington. I don't care what
Plus
happens.
plus 100 credit, social credit.
Plus 100.
Yeah.
Thank you. You missed the absentee cutoff. Oof. Gundam robot waiter sounds cool. Maybe you'll check that out. Yeah, picture Tequila Gundam pouring you tequila out of his like agave shoulder arm.
It just starts spooting up.
Don't put an I voted sticker on your microphone. We don't get I voted stickers because we don't go to physical polls. They have a thing on the ballot that's like, go online and get your sticker that says you voted. And it's like, no. Send it to me. I'm mailing this in.
I think those people should have to play Overwatch too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it. But then I have more fun with Gundam. I'm like, I like Gundams. Just the aesthetic is good.
Honestly, the fact that it has rigid class structure in Overwatch actually makes it worse. Because the thing is, like, you rely on one tank, and if your tank goes down,
Oh,
you're
I see what
doomed.
you're saying.
If you have
Yeah.
a bad player playing tank, you just lose because you only have
Yeah.
one tank.
Or a guy who's uncooperative, or just whatever.
Like the thing, even though it's like a little bit odd that like tanks basically are useless in Gundam, they don't really do much. Their shields kind of suck.
But yeah, what like do they even really like what GM would be a tank and Sazabi?
Yeah, it's like you have 2 tanks and 1 healer. And it's like everything else is DPS of some sort.
Yeah, and even those tanks are pretty good DPS if you use them right. I don't know.
Have you been able to use the GM correctly, Blaine?
No, I still haven't. Like that. It's like my. Are you familiar with like circadian rhythm?
I know what that is.
So it's like the rhythm of your body. Like it's when your body wants to go to sleep, when it wants to wake up, and like the natural tick of my circadian rhythm is just out of sync with the GM Gundam's gun, and I cannot figure out how to like fire it regularly.
Yeah, it's not actually that because that's not what's doing that to you. But I understand what you mean.
Oh, ouch.
You said you didn't know what circadian rhythm even was.
Oh no,
Get outta
I
here.
know what that is. Yeah, it's specifically talking about sleep cycles.
Is it just sleep cycles?
Yeah.
I thought it had to do with other metabolic activity.
No, it's mostly when you're awake when it's light out and you're asleep when it's dark.
Yeah,
I think
it doesn't
your
have
body
anything
likes
to do
that.
with that, Blaine. You can say it's like that, but that's not it.
All right, fine. My internal clock. What do you want?
I want you to stop spreading misinformation.
You keep asking me to use unicorn. I can use unicorn. It's all right. What a beta state I live in, I guess. I like my state though. It smells good. The water tastes good. Everything's great.
Better than California.
Oh
I
yeah.
think they're putting fluoride in the water.
Oh yeah.
Why you think it tastes good?
Oh, I live in California.
Uh-oh.
Docs.
no.
I live in California.
California.
Oh yeah.
Welcome. No, I love the because like our water tank is like just up the hill, and like I know where it is. I know where it comes from. Our power is super cheap because it all comes from hydroelectric.
Must be nice.
It is nice. We have water year round.
There's just water there.
There just is water. Yeah, I don't even worry about where water is because it just shows up. I tried to
Falls
mail
from the
some to
sky.
California once.
Hashtag not California from California.
Have I talked about I stayed at like a Comfort Inn in Texas, and the water smelled like a sewer. It was the
dude.
worst. It felt like I was getting dirty every time I had to shower. And then I thought it was like maybe it was just the hotel. But then the person's house that we were hanging out with, their sink water also stunk like ass. I was like, what is wrong with this place? You're just bad, Blaine. No circadian mumbo jumbo about it. At least you spelled circadian correctly. I had to spell it in Google to know how to write it down. I was like, I know how to spell cicada. Let's see if it's just cicada rhythm if it comes up, and it did. Yeah, I don't know.
I like how you just looked up this. You just heard of this thing once. Like, oh yeah, that must be it.
What? I knew it had to do with the fact of like night watch stuff, because that's where I've usually heard it referenced is like, people who are traditionally like night owls, or people who are morning birds. What the hell's a morning bird? I don't even care what. Early bird. Yeah, you fuckers. That like night owls have a propensity to being awake and active during the night because in like a weird genetic like evo psych way, your family line was like the night watch, and so you had to be alert at night to know if something was coming, versus someone who's an early bird had to get up and do crops and stuff, right? Who knows how much faith to put in evo psych, but I liked the idea.
I put 0. Yeah.
0.
It's still fun though. It's a fun storytelling. It's like
it happens to shift workers too. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much that transfer like biologically through your heritage.
Genetics is funny. You never know what's coming through with all your DNA and such.
That is true.
Me and my dad and my grandpa were all night owls.
Okay, I have to say though, Blaine's genetics are not why he's bad at playing GM.
They might be. How do you know?
How do you know his dad didn't play well at GM?
I'm just gonna put it out there. It's not the reason.
That's not the reason. What's the reason? Why do I suck at GM? How come I can like kick ass on an Assheimer, but I can't play a GM?
I don't have an explanation for Blaine.
No, you don't have an explanation. Some things, it's like Tide, man. Tide goes out, Tide comes in. You can't explain it.
That's the moon.
Yeah. What's gonna say?
Nobody knows that old Glenn Beck meme.
What?
No.
Glenn Beck in an interview, he was like, Tide goes out, Tide comes in. Can't explain it.
No, it's not Glenn Beck.
Is it not Glenn Beck?
No,
Who is it?
What are you talking
who was
about?
that?
How do
Who
you
was that?
talk about this old reference and you don't even know who said it? That's not what it was.
Because I picture in my brain Glenn Beck saying it.
It was Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, world of difference between Bill O'Reilly and Glenn Beck.
Glenn Beck was,
Yeah.
was Glenn famous around back then?
What?
Was Glenn Beck like well known back then?
He was a radio guy.
Okay,
He kind of had like a feud with Alex Jones too, stuff like that.
I didn't
from
think
what I
Glenn
remember.
Beck was like a notable dude before then. Before like
Hold on.
more modern
When-
history.
When because like I used to listen to like talk radio all the time, like Kirby Wilbur, and a bunch of weirdos. It's how I know about the Art Bell show that does like the alien conspiracy stuff.
Okay, apparently it was like 2006 when he started getting involved in TV at Glenn Beck.
Yeah.
See when that Bill O'Reilly clip happened.
Bill O'Reilly meme. Know your meme.
Yeah.
It happened in 2011.
At that point, it probably could have been him, but it definitely wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it clearly wasn't because it's called the Bill O'Reilly meme. Like,
Nice.
Beck's coming out party was warning us about the 2008 housing thing. I see.
Yeah, I only known him more post like 2014 era when he actually was doing stuff with the Blaze when he started that up in 2011.
Can I also say that I thought these people are the same person?
I don't know how.
When I saw this
They don't look
picture of
similar.
Bill O'Reilly, when I Googled it, I was like, I thought that guy's name was Glenn Beck. So not only do I not know who's actually said it, I also don't even know what these assholes look like. They were all radio voices to me, so.
That's weird because they don't look anything alike.
No, they don't. I'm looking at both of them right now.
They don't look anything alike.
One looks like Colonel Sanders, like preppy son, and the other one looks like everybody's judgmental uncle in the 70s.
He looks like a lawyer. Bill
Which
O'Reilly
one?
looks like a lawyer.
Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah. Sorry.
A little bit. Bill O'Reilly looks like the angry deacon that like causes a church to split up. That's what he looks like. We can't change the carpet. It doesn't say in Matthew. And you're like, God, shut up, old man. Like that's who he looks like. Meanwhile, Glenn Beck is like, hey, come on, we gotta get the youth together so we can have a good time. And it's just like, God, shut up, other guy. You both suck. Get out of here. Fucking towhead ass bitch. Why am I so mean to him right now? I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like this.
He
I'm
didn't
the
even
guy.
say something stupid like Bill O'Reilly did.
Wow, you struck a nerve.
Yeah, I don't know.
Blaine's
know.
really mad that he didn't know who said that. He didn't even know what Bill O'Reilly
Apparently.
looked like.
Apparently.
He didn't do anything to you.
Probably not. You're correct.
Wait, you had to think about that?
Well,
I don't know. It's like even the fact that Blaine's a boomer, he doesn't even know the boomer memes. It's really
true.
It's really worrying, honestly.
Beck is Colonel Sanders reincarnated. Oh, that's good. Bill O'Reilly looks like that Jeff Dunham puppet. A little bit.
Yeah, the only thing I know about Beck is like he is Mormon, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think. That's the
Oh,
only thing I
yeah,
know
because he
about.
runs the Blaze, right?
Yeah.
And then what's his face left the
Elijah.
Blaze after saying something bad about Mormons.
Elijah Schaefer.
Here's how you know Mormonism is a joke. Every single time you talk to a Mormon and you bring up something from like the Mormon text, they're like, "Well, I don't really follow that part of it." Every time. Not
Man.
like, "Oh, that's an Old Testament thing. We're under the New Testament," or nothing like that. It's always like, well, like you're like, "Hey, why are you drinking caffeine?" Well, that's not really what it like. I don't follow that one. Where's your underwear? Well, that I don't follow that one. It's always just an I don't follow that one, and it's like, well, then what do you do? What makes you a Mormon? Like, crazy. People are weird. I'd love to talk to one who wants to get into it, but most of the time, when you find one that's like interesting and willing to talk to you, they're not wanting to talk about anything that have to do with Mormonism, and you're like, God, I find your religion so fascinating, but it's also impossible to talk to people about it because you won't speak to me.
Yeah, I consider Mormonism to be heretical, basically, because it is.
Yeah, that'd be a definition for it.
Yeah.
I used to live right beside a Mormon church. It was funny.
Oh yeah, my church as a kid was right across the freeway from this giant Mormon temple, with this giant golden angel blowing a trumpet on top of it. And it was just such a weird looking building, and it's like gated, and you couldn't go into it. Like it was just weird. Like what? How do you
Not a
guys
fan.
like proselytize? How do you?
No sanctuary for you.
Apparently, the 20 wives. Yeah, nobody follows that either. Dragon Ruse.
That's 'cause they
all
don't have
Asians
enough
look
game.
alike. You know that much. That's not true. You know that's not true.
Well, Nika, what do you have to say about that?
About what?
Do all Asians look alike?
No.
How do you know if
Why?
someone is from Hong Kong or if they're an Eskimo?
Hong Kong or Eskimo? I think I first have to see what Eskimo looks like.
Oh, okay.
Are they like the Ainu from Japanese?
A little different. The Ainu are much more
similar.
Japanese, but the Eskimos have more rounded noses, in my experience.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just,
I don't know. I have to
just
see
Google
Eskimo.
search sexy Eskimo and you'll find out.
Right now, I'm doing that.
Yeah. They built a Mormon church near your high school. Oh no, they're coming for the kids, just like the Mormons would.
I think Blaze is right. I found this Eskimo woman. She looks like she has a pretty round nose.
I don't think these are real Eskimos.
No, I mean, they showed up
Are those
when you
just
search by
snow bunnies?
Google. You think Google's wrong?
Of course not. Of course not. I'm sure they dress like this in the snow all year round. I'm sure.
That is one of the funniest King of the Hill moments, though, is when Khan is like meeting everybody, and Hank is it Hank or is it Dale? Is like, are you Chinese or Japanese? And he's like, I'm from Laos. And he's like, are you Chinese or Japanese?
I guess it'd be more Chinese, but
Yeah, that sounds like a Dale thing.
Yeah.
you mean Laos?
But
Yeah.
to answer the question, I think even like within Asians, we get like confused because you can kind of differentiate between like an Indian and a Chinese, obviously, but it's
Yeah.
harder to differentiate between like Chinese, Japanese, Mongolian, and those type of regions. Then
Chinese,
kind of-
Japanese, and Korean, I can do like 80% of the time. The ones that get me are like Vietnam, Cambodia, and like sometimes Filipino. Like I'm like, I have no idea. Until I hear you speak, I have no idea where you're from. But as soon as you speak and you're like, oh, hi, how you doing? And it's like, you're Vietnamese. Cool, got it. Yeah, figured that one out real quick. But that's just years of going to like teriyaki and sushi places that are run by Koreans. So I figured it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how distinct are Vietnamese from Chinese?
Vietnamese tend to have a little more narrowed and pointed features as well as slightly darker skin.
I mean, generally the ones farther south have slightly darker skin.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but the thing is, Genghis Khan like fuck all the women all over the continent, so everybody look alike.
That's true. I mean, how do you argue with that? Really?
Yeah. Like no, but like legit, like there is Chinese blood in like all of these ethnics. Like Vietnamese actually have like Chinese blood in them. That's why.
Well,
Well,
wouldn't
that's
they
also
all?
because there's like a lot of intermingling because just how huge China's always been.
Yep.
'Cause
And it's
trade
only
from
been a
China,
country for what, like 40, 50 years or something?
the current Chinese regime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like before that, it was like so provincial, like it would be hard to stop border crossing with sex.
And
Yeah,
a big
but
thing was the fact that like the government before the Chinese Communist Party was
Yeah,
like
the
all
fact
split
that
up by the
Khan knew it
Japanese
was, that
Federation.
was the best.
Yeah, all split up by
Stupid.
Japan, and then before that, the Qing dynasty was. It couldn't always be hands-on because it was just a bunch of people ruling.
You have to wait. You have to wait for them to
And that's
speak
the
to
way it
you.
always was in China.
Why are you trailing off? Are you somewhere? Is someone else talking?
Yes.
What's going on? Okay.
Yeah, there's somebody else talking. But anyways,
You were like speaking, and they were like, ah.
yeah.
Got the fade going on.
Fine, I'll be right back.
All right. You don't have to leave,
Hurt his feelings. Gotta leave.
I guess.
Just
But-
haven't got his Xanax yet.
Hey, you know what? I didn't hurt his feelings as much as I would have hurt Glenn Beck's feelings if he was here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's this. I have like a very, very visceral reaction to certain people, and I have no reason for it. Like there's just some faces that just make me want to like injure them.
Wow.
Yeah.
You get irrationally violent.
I hold it back. I haven't done anything yet, but you know, you meet someone, you're like, you know what? You need to get punched. Like life needs to punch you in the face, and I feel like I might be the fist today. So, I don't do it, but sometimes you think about it. You're like, you know what? I could help this guy. I can make him better in the future. Just a quick jab, we'd be done.
Yeah. Everybody would thank me for it.
Yeah, they would. They would. They'd be like, oh wow, the hero of our time.
Yeah. Good job.
Chinese food by Koreans. Actually, our Chinese food in this area is usually made by Chinese people because the Chinese International District has had so much Chinese influence for so long. We had Bruce Lee and everything here. So we have a really good Chinese heritage. But the Japanese have had a hard time like retaking Japanese food because for a long time Koreans came over and made basically they made teriyaki, right? So like they took the ideas of the Japanese tare sauce, they incorporated some of the Korean like bulgogi type sauce, and they made teriyaki sauce. And so they were selling it. And teriyaki is a very Japanese style name. And so for a long time, you had like Koreans doing teriyaki in this area. And so you get used to it. The Chinese make Chinese food. Teriyaki is made by Koreans, and the sushi and ramen places are the actual Japanese chefs. Although a lot of the sushi places now are run by Mexicans too, which is funny.
Is it cultural appropriation?
Which one?
Korean people making a teriyaki.
I don't think so because the sauce is like very, very sweet, which is a very like Korean style sauce. I think it's just a naming thing that made sense. But I also don't really
something.
I don't believe in cultural appropriation. I would call it like cultural diffusion. Like people just learn from other people how to make stuff or do stuff. I don't really think it's
Just like
Okay.
AI, stable diffusion, baby.
Just like a
But
melting
didn't,
way
together.
to bring it back. Way to bring it back.
I think didn't Korea invent ramen, or is it just what they claim it to be? I feel
So
like I've heard of that.
Korea
ramen is a
probably lies
weird
a
one.
lot.
So Chinese have lo mein, which is a noodle soup. And when
Right.
they brought that to the indigenous people of Japan and the different people in Korea, they both took it and were like, this noodle soup is pretty good, but I can make it better. And so they made it better. And in Japanese, for example, you don't have an L sound in their alphabet. So lo mein became ramen. And so it's a totally different dish now, but originally it was literally coming from a noodle soup from China, which is probably
Yeah.
the same thing in Korea if I had to guess, because the way that like technology spread throughout that area was basically China came up with something, went to the other countries, either in a battle or to bring them some sort of trade, and then the other countries stole that idea and made it their own.
So
Prefer
I guess
cultural polymerization, yeah.
I guess everything can be traced back to China.
Yeah, and you go back to I don't know, like who made the first noodle? Would it be China or India? I don't
I thought
know.
it was China.
Because it makes sense in China because India doesn't really have like the growing land that China does. But then it's also like so provincial, like we were saying earlier. It's like, sure, it was in the Chinese region, but like who really came up with it?
Because like China is big enough for there to be multiple dynasties at one time controlling gigantic countries.
China's been stealing stuff for quite some time. Opposite, actually, people have been stealing stuff from China for a very long time. It's very,
Actually,
very
yeah.
interesting.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, they're lazy in their old age. That's all.
Yeah, China is kind of weird because like I guess like a few thousand years ago, they invented a lot of stuff and then they stopped at some point, like
Yep.
innovating.
There is a Buddhist and a sort of Shinto reverence for tradition and history that caused both Japan and China, because I don't know much about the other countries, unfortunately, to sort of stagnate in the tradition and the history and not really innovate as much. And that's why Japan post World War II became such a crazy economic powerhouse, because they were able to use their tradition when it came to improving oneself through meditation and hard work, working together as a singular unit, all of these things that they had throughout their tradition, and then just applied it to factory work, applied it to making transistors, applied it to all these things. And that's how you have Sony making crazy transistor radios that are smaller and smaller and better. But they didn't really come up with the idea of the transistor. But because they have this heritage of how we craft things and we make things better, they were able to succeed on that front. And that's also what led to the economic collapse and the lost generations, which basically my entire life, Japan has been in sort of this lost generation phase of they don't really innovate, they don't really improve. I mean, look at a website for an actual Japanese company, and it's garbage. You're like, what is this Angel Fire crap I'm looking at? Because they don't really think about making it better and improving it from a like design standpoint, or from a it's very difficult to innovate when the idea is that everybody stays in line. And so that would be, I don't know if the same is true China side of things, if that's why they sort of have gone innovatively bankrupt, but I know that that's sort of the problem that Japan ran into.
I think I guess I don't know about the modern China, but the ancient China have to do more with the religion side of it. I think they were, it was this like, I guess you can call it Zen Buddhism, which is all about nature, and they kind of saw technology as not so good.
That kind of makes sense.
So you can see a lot of that in, I guess from my perspective, you can see a lot of that in the architecture and how they tie a lot of things into nature. But you don't really see a lot of them like trying to innovate, as in like, can we build, now we have 5 stories, can we build 10 stories? They don't have that kind of ambition like you see in the West.
Well, and I wonder how much of that is also a product of the sort of the British invasions of China, where they were coming in with like, we've got this better tech, and now we're kind of subjugating you and stealing you and making you our prisoners and slaves and stuff. And a lot of like kung fu movies are all surrounding that like specific time period. But I do wonder if that plays into it at all.
I'm not sure. But if you remember the, I guess, Bruce Lee movie, the first one was all about the racism against like the Chinese and stuff, if I remember correctly.
A lot of them were. That was a pretty heavy theme. Like
there
the
was
Ip
a lot
Man
of
movie.
racism, so yes.
We have drugs and
Makes sense.
stuff. Yeah, that's the problem is when a country gets so wrapped in on itself doing its own drugs, they stop innovating.
Oh, opium, auto parts.
Oh my goodness. All right. What else are we doing? Take the opium, Chinaman. Wait, Chinese were the ones making the opium, weren't they? Or is that an Iranian thing? Where is opium?
They made it in Iran, yeah. And the British sold it to them.
Ah.
Yeah.
There's a narrow 4,500-mile stretch of mountains extending across Central Asia from Turkey through Pakistan and Burma.
Oh yeah, that's called the Golden Triangle, I believe.
The Golden Triangle is where they
Yeah.
grow the opium poppies, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
According to the DEA Museum. This is why I have a VPN. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Yeah, but I don't think they used to do as much anymore. I mean, I come from Southeast Asia, so familiar with that region.
Gotcha.
Yeah, now they're really harsh with the drugs and stuff. I mean, Philippines straight out execute you on the street if they see you with drugs.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But
Tell me to pound sand if you don't care, but were you born over there or were you born here?
No, I was born there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think there is some interesting, like always, there is Western influence. So, for example, Thailand is going to be the first country in probably Asia to legalize weed recreationally.
Of course they will be.
Yes.
You can live for a month in Thailand for like $5. Isn't that like
Probably more than that, but yeah,
I was
you
gonna
could
say that
probably
doesn't sound quite right, but you know.
my
probably live
cousin
for, like,
took like a
$100.
vacation. $100? Okay. She took like a vacation over there and she's like a train that went like all the way across the country was like the equivalent of like 15 cents. And I was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
To be fair, Thailand isn't that big.
Yeah.
It is if you go this way though. I don't know which way she went.
I wouldn't assume that it would be going literally all the way down to Malaysia, but I suppose if it did, yeah, that would be a ways. I would be thinking more like Bangkok to like Laos.
Gotcha.
I think Thailand is probably smaller than California in terms of size.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Well, the lengthwise is about the same, but it is smaller because there's
Hold
not
on.
as much land area.
Area of Thailand. It's an answer. We'll get an
It
answer.
should be as long as California, if not slightly longer.
So yeah,
There's
Thailand could
there's
be
the
fun.
whole like Mercator projection.
It
that
is-
doesn't show exactly.
It is 30,000 square miles bigger. California's 163,000
bad.
square miles.
Yeah.
Thailand's almost 200,000.
Yeah, not that different really. It is bigger, but not by a ton.
Isn't that where the kitty lovers go? No, you're thinking of the Thai boys. That's where those people go.
I mean, do we really want to talk about that?
No.
No thanks.
What? Are we scared?
Oh, we can talk about a
No, I'm just not
horrific case.
interested.
Not as okay, fine.
There you go.
Fine.
Why
Real food is there. See, Dragon Ruse wants to talk about it.
That's because it's Dragon Ruse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
This article is awful. I can't learn anything from it. All of this stuff is. I need to figure out how to re-Google this because all of these are like, why is China stealing all of our products? Like, okay.
If you want to go anywhere, just go Thailand, I guess. Probably the best place in Asia right now. I guess
Probably gonna be the
Southeast
first
Asia.
place to allow legal genetic modification to monster girls.
Oh God, don't tell Michael.
Yeah, you say that, Michael will appear.
I just thought of something that I realized from people that I knew in college. So in China, you got all this land, right? And then when sort of the industrial stuff needed to happen, it was like, oh, you got all these land. Let's make that land into a factory, and a factory that produces something. So you had people that were going from like farmers in poor villages to they owned a factory because now it was there in they were able to like manage it and become a part of that. So you had people that went from like having nothing to having like so much money that money meant nothing. And so I would have these like classmates and stuff that were just they would just drop bills all the time because money just didn't mean anything to them because they had so freaking much from that. So you have China going from a position of a ton of the space is all agriculture to a big backbone of their economy is manufacturing and creating things. But when you're physically manufacturing the things in the way that they weren't actually manufacturing things that they were designing, that they were building. They were manufacturing things that they were being told to build. And so I bet that's the continuation that's come to where it's like, oh, well, now we need to like make something without somebody telling us, but we don't really know like how the design works in our economy or our structure here of our people. So we'll just take the design works from somebody else until we get that level in our culture that actually is able to design and make the new things for us. That's where I think it would come from.
Come from what?
The idea that China steals stuff, like steals IP.
Oh.
Yeah. Because their economy exploded because of manufacturing, not because of the actual products.
Yeah, but there is like a real push for that inside of China, like even from the government to like promote their citizens to go out to other countries, become skilled workers, and come back with the skills. There is a big push for that for sure.
Definitely. Does Thailand the first trans beauty pageant? I don't know if they would have called it that, but probably.
I mean, probably. If there is a country to do that, that's probably Thailand.
China steals. Don't pull a John Cena, Blaine. Who's John Cena?
John Cena?
Oh, John Cena.
Yeah, Z.
Okay.
John Z. Nah.
Oh, like Xi Jinping. Like the Pooh Bear. Okay. Don't worry. I'm still saying they steal. I'm just trying to figure out what the reason is for it because somebody doesn't just say one day like, "Oh, I'm going to take that other person's idea and do it." They need to get a good grade on a test, so they steal the answers or the idea of a project. They need money, so they steal something from someone else so they can do it. The actions they're performing are still bad, but I'm still curious about why they do it.
They do it because it's easier. It's easier to just copy with something that you know that you have in front of you.
Exactly.
Also, because they don't have the capacity to design themselves.
Right. Because their
to.
entire culture is built on following the rules and not stepping out of line and working these manufacturing jobs.
Yeah, because the people that did that got murdered.
So all the creativity is gone. All the creativity is down in Thailand, or not Thailand, Taiwan, where they make transistors.
Yeah.
Yep.
Peter is saying all the clones are made in China. I mean, there are gonna be clones more than just things. Didn't they like clone a dog recently? Like a biological, like a living Arctic wolf.
I took that as like product clones, not actual clones.
Yeah, actual animal. They cloned an Arctic wolf. I guess their purpose was to like restore extinct species.
That's kind of cool.
I mean,
maybe we'll find an extinct species in some sort of rock-like substance that we can restore.
Yeah, like the Neanderthals.
Just don't do dinosaurs. We saw how that plays out.
I mean, I don't think we can realistically do dinosaurs anymore. They're just too old. There is no DNA anymore.
I think we can make it.
Stop crushing our dreams.
I mean, have you seen the
Mr. Facts and Math over here? Come on.
No, but have you seen the chicken dinosaur?
Why are you so smart?
You talking about the chicken raptor, like the little tiny ones? I love that one.
No. I think there is some mad scientists who try to like reverse engineer a chicken and try to trace back the dinosaur DNA from the chicken.
I want to see a movie on that.
I think, yeah, I mean, it didn't obviously go well to the dinosaur, but I think he came up with like some weird animal.
In a groundbreaking experiment, scientists have transformed chicken embryos. ... Hold on, let me let's read this one.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe it was just a weird rumor.
It doesn't look like a rumor.
Oh shit.
This is earthlymission.com, the best science magazine I could find.
So if you want a dinosaur, that's the best you can get right now.
Yeah. In a groundbreaking experiment, scientists have transformed chicken embryos to give them a snout and palate configuration similar to that of small dinosaurs like velociraptors and Archaeopteryx. I don't know what that is. The team did not set out to create a dino chicken per se. Bullshit.
Sure.
Bullshit. Said the lead authors of a study published in the journal Evolution. Bart Anjan
They have to say
Bular.
that for legal reasons when they do. And it's like, oh, I don't know how we could have foreseen this. It just went out and started killing
Oops.
people.
Yeah, I'd
It
like
was
to
an
get some
accident.
funding. Are you making dinosaurs? No. Of Yale University in New Haven and Arkat Abzanov. Why can't everybody have Japanese names? They're easier. Of Harvard University in Cambridge, US, originally wanted to understand how the bird beak, a very vital part of bird anatomy that has been crucial for their success, evolved. Whenever you examine an important evolutionary transformation, you want to learn the underlying mechanism, Buhler added. Finding a mechanism to recreate elements of dinosaur physiology has been a topic of popular interest ever since the idea that birds evolved from dinosaurs emerged in the 19th century. When scientists discovered the fossil of an early bird-like animal, Archaeopteryx, similar to other fossils more recently discovered, the animal had wings and feathers, but it also looked a lot like a dinosaur.
That's Archaeopteryx.
There it is. It was discovered in 1861. That's a long time ago.
I know how to pronounce that because I watched Walking with Dinosaurs and all the stuff like that.
Oh, I like the Walking with Dinosaurs stuff. That was cool.
I really like dinosaurs.
Cool. You're now dino expert. We've got AI expert Nico, dino expert Serranos, tool expert Pop. We're forming our band of experts slowly but surely.
Did you guys see the Apple show of the new dinosaur one?
No.
I don't watch
know it
Apple
exists,
shows.
but I
Are they
haven't
good?
watched it.
I mean, you can watch it other than Apple, but
Oh. Okay.
sorry, I'm coughing.
Oh, that's fine. You can cough all you want.
Yeah, but
I
it
didn't
was
hear it.
pretty good. The new Apple Plus dinosaur show. It was narrated by that English guy who have a really nice voice. It's like Sir David whatever.
Attenborough?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty good.
I love David Attenborough. However, these early birds don't look the same as modern ones. In particular, instead of beaks, they had snouts like those of dinosaur ancestors. To understand how one changed into another, Buhler's team has been tampering with the molecular processes that make up a beak in chickens. I want to know what the beak was skeletally, functionally, and when this major transformation occurred from normal vertebrate snout to the very unique structures used in birds. While trying to do just that, the team managed to create a chicken embryo with a dinosaur-like snout and palate similar to small feathered dinosaurs like velociraptors. I wonder if they're using like CRISPR or something to make that happen. Who will play the corrupt guild master?
Definitely.
You mean corrupt like the new ones? Like the guild master from Beast Tamer? Or do you mean corrupt as in like in the end they were evil kind of guild master? No, I want you over here. That way I can read it better. The team started out by trawling through changes in the way genes are expressed in the embryos of chicken and several other animals, including mice, alligators, emus, turtles, and lizards. Such a thorough investigation of some major animal groups revealed that birds have a unique cluster of genes related to facial development that are lacking in non-beaked creatures. When the scientists silenced these genes, the beak structure reverted back to its ancestral state, and so too did the palatal bone of the roof of the mouth, as demonstrated by this image. Interesting. So control chicken, altered chicken, and alligator. Congratulations. You all know what a controlled chicken skull looks like, an alligator baby, and this new freak.
Disgusting.
To achieve this genetic tweak, the team isolated the proteins that would have gone on to develop beaks. Then, using tiny beads coated with an inhibiting substance, they suppressed those proteins. When the skeletons start to develop inside the eggs, the animals had short, round bones instead of elongated, fused beaks found in bird skeletons. Although Buller has no plans or ethical approval to hatch the snouted chickens, so they had to euthanize them too? Come on.
Ooh.
Ah, sweet. Man-made horrors beyond my comprehension.
I guess I'll throw that one in the blender.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Do you think they ate it?
Oh,
No.
What do you mean no? You created a dinosaur chicken. You're not going to taste it?
I mean,
What's dinosaur taste like?
Eat
Chicken.
everything.
Chicken.
I always try things.
You always try to eat the things.
You
So
never
just
know. It could be
child.
delicious. They could create a
Sounds
delicacy.
more like a baby every day, Blade.
What did I say?
Who
Maturing
knows?
is
It
just...
could be delicious.
It could be. Wait,
electric
babies freak
food.
out when they see new food. That's not
No,
a
they
baby
try to
thing.
eat everything that's inedible.
Oh, I see. Scientists give us Neanderthal nussy now. No, here's what you do. You say, "Oh, we figured it out. Ancient chickens actually reverse ED, and then you can save the rhinos by selling these mutated chickens to the Chinese."
Ooh.
We figured it out. They weren't drastic modifications. The rest of the animal looked okay, but one needs to think carefully about this from what ethical point of view? Bird the chicken, bitch! What? Stupid. These anti-dinosaur bigots over here. What's wrong with them? Okay, here we go. University of Chile. Are they going to give birth to it? Has successfully managed to genetically recreate an elongated fibula. Who cares about the fibula in a bird embryo? That's like that's the forearm one, right? Fibula and tibia? Or is that the leg one?
No, Blaine, you're gonna combine them. You see, you're gonna take the beak from the US, you're gonna take the embular from Chile.
And soon I will have
The fibula is leg.
Exodia.
I'm not sure about chicken, but yeah.
The dino bird.
You'll probably have Nomu from MHA.
MHA, yeah.
I mean, I would like to see not a chicken, but what about an ostrich? How big would that motherfucker grow?
You know, an entire country couldn't fight back their
Emus?
ostrich's cousin, the emu. So I don't know that we should mess with those just yet.
Just an idea.
What if the zombie apocalypse starts? How will China survive without tiger boner pills? Again, I don't know about this. This is the second time. Again, the researchers' aim was not to bring dinosaurs back to life. Bullshit. Why would they do this? Why are there so many people experimenting with chicken sores?
Well, it's because you gotta have a lot of chickens, you know.
Apparently we can just fuck with chickens all day.
Damn, I thought it was only one.
Apparently not.
Yeah, like 3. Is
The
there any...
number of scientists have been working in parallel to reveal the secrets of avian evolution. Yeah, right. They've been working together trying to make dinosaurs. You can't trick me about this. Bring on our chicken overlords. Exactly.
You know, Thanksgiving would
dinosaur-
be a lot more better for that, I think.
Oh, dude. What are the turkeys gonna do?
Yeah,
Just die off finally? They'll go the way of the dodo?
the chickens will eat the turkeys.
Yeah,
Chickens
but like,
eat the turkey.
they
That's how
already,
you get
like,
a turducken now?
They already like modify like plants, like corn and everything.
Oh, yeah. There's
Where are they gonna make the jump to animals?
the
All I'm trying to say is, when can I eat my dinosaur?
soon. Trust me. We don't want to make a dinosaur as a load of hooey. They're trying to make dinosaurs. No, there's a Carl Sagan 42. He's like a Mario Maker Twitch player, but he also works in genetics research. So he has all these crazy things. They basically are like making plants that like have like viral pathogens built into them, so that you can like eat the plant, and then your body will react as though you had that illness, and then develop an immunity to it. So it's like a plant vaccine. It's insane. It's crazy ideas. Why? What do people do next? Make you healthier by eating vegetables. It's fascinating.
They're gonna try to cross Ebola and was it polio?
Ebola and polio? So you shit yourself and you can't walk?
Bleed out of your eyes?
Whoa.
I think they tried to do that like during the World War II or something.
Oh, that makes sense. Back when chemical warfare was on the table.
Yeah.
I guess that's why people need a bedpan.
Ugh. Your wheelchair is just a rolling toilet.
Oof.
Plant vaccine sounds like a way for people to get AIDS. No, it's just another thing for vegans to be excited about. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
He has some fascinating stuff though, with the way like he discusses it and things, because he's in like the part of the technology sector where they're just like, oh, and I can do this and I can make this happen and I can we can use CRISPR to cut this gene off, so now this thing is inert, and it's like, whoa, dude, I don't like. Yeah. I get that like there could be some sort of breakthrough that comes from this, but it sounds dangerous messing around with like AIDS or something. Like, you know?
Yeah, what if it stops being inert?
What if you make it worse?
I mean, can we talk about COVID? Wait.
Well,
wasn't there like they tried to engineer COVID in US again in some university?
Oh, the new one? Yeah, that was funny.
Make it more like many times more deadly. It's like
Boston, I think.
About? Oh yeah, it was Boston.
Why are you doing that? Stop doing that.
I thought that was illegal. What happened to that?
I thought we weren't doing that at all.
No,
never doing that. You know, that's what Fauci said.
It's illegal to put NHA funds towards virus whatever research, whatever it's called, where you give it more stuff.
They didn't do that. They gave the funds to this institute, who dedicated their funds to this other place.
Yeah, it's not illegal to do the action. It's just illegal for the money to go straight to that purpose. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the Science Journal says. Was a study that created a hybrid COVID-19 virus too risky? This week, Twitter exploded with outrage about a study that seemed to have created a Frankenstein COVID that combines Omicron, the fast-spreading one, with the deadlier strain from earlier in the pandemic. Lab-made virus killed 80% of mice infected with it. I guess I can do this so you know I'm not necessarily lying to you. Totally irresponsible. This is madness. Tweeted critics worried about the hybrid virus. Blah blah blah. Gain of function. That's what it's called. An official from NIH's Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, NIAID, added to concerns by telling Stat her division was unaware of the specific experiments. She said they likely should have been evaluated to see whether they needed to go through a special review for NIH-funded GOF studies that create a so-called enhanced potential pandemic pathogens. So apparently there is this part of the NIH that will fund GOF. So I guess no. I guess that's not illegal. I think it just has to be earmarked specifically for that. Virologists argued on Twitter. Bullshit. There's no way. Several virologists argued on Twitter. If they're on Twitter, they're not virologists. They're just not. No, I'm sorry.
True. Yeah.
They're a bunch of Twitter assholes argued on Twitters, I'm sure. Careful, Mama Susan is listening. I am reading Science, the science website, science.org. We're getting to the science of this.
Dang, that's cool.
It's the Bill Nye of websites.
I didn't even know it came out of this feature. I like started up Gundam and then I saw I clicked on it. I did the little shift tab thing, clicked on your name, and there was this new button which is find games to play together. It just shows me the games that we both own.
Oh, really? What other games
Yeah.
do we both own?
Dirt 3 Complete Collection, apparently. Don't Starve Together. The Forest, which is multiplayer, actually. Gundam
I do
Evolution.
love The Forest.
Hammerwatch. You should get the second one if you like that one. Or actually, if you didn't like the first Hammerwatch, you should actually still get the second one because it's a lot better.
Okay.
Planetary Annihilation. I basically never played that. Smite, Speedrunners, and Viscera Cleanup Detail Shadow Warrior because that was free.
Oh, that's right. I remember Viscera.
Yeah.
I do like The Forest. I played it a little bit on PC, but I played most of it.
I never played or I barely played The Forest so far.
Oh, we should do that next.
It's
a fun one.
I have it
It's a
installed.
very
right now,
fun
too.
one. You have what?
I have it installed, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Maybe we can do that next week. It doesn't take well, it depends on how you play it. It's up to you.
Yeah, the Hammerwatch, the sequel to it, Heroes of Hammerwatch, is a roguelike one. I would really recommend that. It's good.
Gotcha.
I played it quite a bit with a friend. I have 73 hours on it.
That's quite a bit. I don't even know what Hammerwatch is. I'm just assuming it's in my library because I got it on a Humble Bundle.
Probably. It's a little bit older. It's a little bit Diablo-like in terms of just a bunch of enemies. You kind of just go through this underground layer area with your hero that you level up and get you make your spells better and stuff.
Nice. Bill Nye is your favorite mechanical engineer.
Slow. Yeah.
Bill Nye is Jim Maniera's favorite mechanical engineer that taught grade school science on VHS tapes. Bill Nye is my favorite superhero, Speedwalker. He walks with a purpose.
Did you want to play Gundam today?
I remember that. I remember Speedwalker.
You do? Good.
I do.
Well, I want to see what these BU researchers did, and then I'll put on an almost live just to laugh at young Bill Nye. And then, do I want to play Gundam? Do I want to play Gundam today?
It's a little bit later.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to play Gundam today.
Yeah, I'll play around.
All right, you have fun. They took the gene for the Omicron surface protein, spike protein, the genome back virus, the one that emerged in Wuhan. Objective was to tease apart whether Omicron's spike protein explains why it is less pathogenic, meaning it causes less severe disease. The answer could lead to improved C19 diagnostic tests and better ways to manage the disease. Somewhat surprisingly, the hybrid virus killed 10 infected mice, whereas mice infected with Omicron got sick but did not die. This suggests the mutations that make Omicron less pathogenic must involve changes to proteins other than the spike. Okay. That makes an amount of sense, I suppose.
So it made it more deadly?
Yeah, so basically they smashed two parts of the sandwich together and then found out that the part of the sandwich that makes the new one less deadly is this part, not this part. So
yeah, I'm sharing my screen actually. How's that look?
It looks fine. Let's see.
Kind of cross pretty solid.
It's some parts appear to be, 30 frames. Some parts appear to be 10.
A little bit iffy.
Almost 1:30 a.m. Do some Gundam. I'll take young Bill Nye over post Netflix Bill Nye. True. I got to meet Bill Nye. And even when I was like 13, he was kind of a dick. Just very like, oh hey, cool, bye. And it's like, dude, I'm a kid excited to meet you because like I've watched you on Almost Live and I've watched like Bill Nye Science Guy and stuff, and you're like the general marshal in the parade. I was like so stoked, and he's just like, hi, all right, cool.
He's
bye.
definitely always been that way.
And it's just like, okay, sure. Let me see. Do I want to do? Yeah, I'll probably do Speedwalker. Almost Live.
I guess as they say, never meet your heroes.
Because they all go to be dicks.
Have
right,
you
let's
guys
see.
met Nick?
What?
Nick Rekieta?
Did you meet him?
No. Have you guys met him?
No.
No.
I live in Washington and he's in Minnesota.
I've never
or
bothered
Texas.
to go to any convention. Maybe I'll go to Anime Matsuri someday.
Yeah,
like,
I guess the
sure,
question should be:
no.
Did anyone went to the Anime Matsuri?
I might go to Anime Matsuri this next year. Because
Honestly, if
Joe
I want to,
Ball-
I'd have enough money. Yeah.
That's a
Joe
waste for
Ball
me
was
to
really
go.
excited about it. I was like, yeah, okay, maybe.
Have they
And there's
announced?
enough other people that would go to that I would be interested in chatting with and hanging out with.
Yeah. Have they announced when it's gonna be?
Summer. That's all I usually. The hottest part of the worst part of summer is usually when Matsuri occurs. Alex
I
Moore
wouldn't
met him
enjoy
at the con in July. He'll be there
Mhm.
again next year.
Cool.
There you go. Alex Moore. Tell us all about it.
Yeah. Alex, how much does it cost? I guess.
Does what cost?
Like the whole con. What would be the budget? I guess.
Oh, plan like do you like to buy trinkets and stuff?
What's trinket?
Like souvenirs,
Oh,
figures?
it's not really from the figures from the con. No, I guess not.
If you're not going to do any shopping at a convention, then you're just looking at probably your flight, your travel costs to get there. So whatever it costs to get you from wherever you are now to Houston.
Yeah.
The convention itself is probably going to be anywhere from $50 to $100 a day, depending on what it is. Usually 3 days for a convention. Then your hotel, if you can get some roommates, cool. If you can't, then you're going to be paying what, $120 a night for a hotel. There might be some deals. Best would be a Friday, Saturday pass. Yeah. Thought about going, but didn't want to go to Houston. 100%. Bring money for manga stuff and toys and merch. All right. So this is
Jeff
Bill
Miller,
Nye.
reporter for the Daily Dealer. Today's assignment, Dick's Drive-In Restaurant, home of the...
Dick's Drive-In is better than In-N-Out. And anyone can fight me on this all they want, and I'll prove you wrong by simply taking you to Dick's.
100% beef Dick's Deluxe Burger. This burger is highly sought after among Seattleites. We're here to find out why.
This whole thing was basically like picture SNL, but just for one little city area. Back in what, 95, I think is when the last one aired or something like that.
Hey, somebody
Why did he solo?
Oh my goodness! This
Oh,
is
because
a
he hates
job
you.
for
I got soloed with my
Speed
gun
Walker.
tank. I wasn't even doing anything.
Yes, it's Speed Walker.
And the whole thing's narrated by Pat Cashman, because Pat Cashman has such a great voice.
Snipe.
A physically fit superhero who fights crime while maintaining strict adherence to the regulations of the International Racewalking Association. Heel toe, heel toe.
I'm on a roll, man. I just downed 4 people. Just boom, boom, boom. I actually just won my team the game off that push there. That was really easy. But he didn't even kill me. I got blocked by shield.
On our Broadway, we have these little bronze footsteps to teach you how to dance. So there's like the men's foot and then the heeled foot, and they have numbers on them so you can like just do dance steps in the street. So it's like a super hyper local joke that like anyone not from the city probably doesn't understand, but they're pretty good.
Time to turbocharge.
Hold it right there, you bungling burger burglar.
I don't think you're gonna want me.
It's also weird because this was like 30 years ago, but he doesn't look like he looks like he's the same age. Like Bill Nye just had an old man face forever.
And you can compare. He definitely looks older now.
Not so fast, Monk. I'm returning
just
this
looked-
deluxe to its
And
rightful
just because he
owner.
looked like he was 40
Okay,
there
Speedwalker.
doesn't
Here,
mean
have
he
some
didn't
ketchup
also
with
look
your
70 now.
Now I'm really mad.
Look at that old school deck. There's still some people that ride those. Freaking fat tails. God, do you remember I had to pay for parking on that stupid little machine, like digging for quarters?
Oh yeah.
There you are, sir. It's your abducted Dix Deluxe.
Thanks, Speedwalker.
Remember, citizens, cheeseburgers are good. Stealing them is bad. And always heel toe, heel toe.
It's stupid.
Ugh.
Alright, let's see how this connection looks. Oh, you're running GM. Look at you, Mr. Swifty Nifty. How come you don't have the GM's golden gun?
Because I
That
didn't
John
buy
Williams
anything.
theme? Yeah. Probably good old Philharmonic. Little Seattle one. Shoot him! Shoot! No, you got stunned by him. Oh,
Yeah,
how
he
could you
stunned me.
lose? How could you
I don't
lose? You should have
know.
used your shield to stop the stun.
Oh wait, no, that's actually the opposite of what happens.
Wait, you've never seen those parking meters? You've never seen a parking meter that you've had to feed quarters?
Oh, haven't
We still
lived.
have them around
How would
here.
you not? If you only lived in rural America?
I guess. Still, I feel like even in like Oklahoma, I've seen parking meter. I've been surprised because I'm like, oh, their parking meters still take quarters. Like that was a surprise to me. And they can't all be like
There's that
Texas,
kind
where
of
it's like, oh, it's free parking all day because we have so much room. Like, damn. Jackaroos never leaves the reservation.
Oh, that guy is exclusively shooting people's dicks.
Oh man.
How did I die in one hit? He got sniped.
Did someone ask how did they die in one hit?
Yeah, they got sniped because there's
Oh,
a
of
sniper
course.
on the enemy team.
Oh. You didn't share audio. Did you share screen or tab or something?
Here's a screen.
Ah, that makes sense. That's why we don't get the audio.
There's a lot of them there. Yeah.
You wouldn't see the meter maid hiding in the parking lot watching you not enter coins, then write you up. Oh, good times. Oh. Just the fact that there is a meter maid.
Yeah.
I don't understand it now. We like
Let's see what the screen share looks like. See if it does the sound.
no, I don't think this does sound. I think you have to do like a Chrome tab. I think it's kind of cranky with that. That's why I pipe it through my own video feed.
Yeah.
But yeah, here in Seattle, it's you literally just go on an app. You tell the app what the area number is that's above your parking meter, and then how long you want to park there and like your license
they
plate.
had a gun tangle.
Yeah, they did. Look at that guy, he's
didn't actually
cleaning
hear
house.
that.
So how do you park if you don't have the app?
You don't.
There are still like machines on like each street. There's one machine per street, and you go to the machine and you just punch in your license plate number followed by like how long you want to park for, and then put the money in. But
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we
it
have.
used to print you a receipt that you could like put somewhere, but it doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, because I think like it's gonna be hard if they like streamline and centralize everything, and to the point like you have to have like a phone to do anything.
Well, not even just have a phone. Have a phone with a connection. What happens if you don't have a connection that's working right now? Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Will Serranos get the shot, or will he keep giving them all to turn a Gundam? Oh, that's what I thought. These are all going to turn a Gundam.
Well, I got a
At
caller
least-
there, Blaine.
Alrighty.
I've got
You,
streaming to do tomorrow.
You got streaming in the morning. We got Shantae coming up.
That's right.
Hunting down those magical relics with that sexy genie girl.
That's right.
What's the anime this week? What are we getting teased on?
It will be Dominion Tank Police
Dominion Tank Police.
from 1988.
Hold on here.
Wait, what? That's an anime?
Oh, you
Yeah.
bet it is.
Romanian Tank Police?
Dominion. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna kind of step back here. I'm gonna guard this
Okay.
area.
Okay.
Ooh.
Where's my? That's just Dominion. Interesting that when I look at just Dominion Tank Police, a lot of the things are new Dominion Tank Police from '93.
Yes. Yep. That's
How
the sequel.
strange.
I'll probably do that one after.
Okay. Here, let me actually find the Annie list picture of it. Actually, why? I'll just use Google Images. These should be good enough.
Oh, you got me, dang. That
Yeah, are they wearing clothes? Hold on. Nope.
Oh, you're talking about the Puma sisters.
Yeah, and they're like right on the front page of the Google search. Here we go. I can do this. Here we go. I'll crop it up like this a little bit. Here you go. So if you want to learn all about this fantastic classic here, Dominion Tank Police, join up with Pop on Sunday morning. And what are
That's
your
right.
times again?
9 a.m. Mountain Time, 8 a.m. Pacific.
Alrighty. Oh man, even this page has like a giant penis hiding on it. I'll take that down.
Yep. It's
Is that a rocket? Like?
It's like an anti-pursuit device.
What did you link? Oh yeah, thanks Nico for linking those.
Oh man,
oh my goodness,
crazy.
All right,
Anyways.
well I'm looking forward to that. I don't recognize this at all, so I'll be fresh
right
on
on.
that one.
Right on.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Tank Police is on your to-do list, Alec Moore. Interesting. It's hard for you to be awake at that time, Pop Culture, but you'll try. Same. I can usually, for some reason, do the Saturday morning one. I don't know why, but like Saturday morning, I tend to roll out like 15 minutes before or after he starts. But there's something about the Sunday morning show that I miss every single time. And I don't think I'm like up that late on Saturdays, not compared to, anything else that I do. I don't know. I'd bring up my circadian rhythm, but you guys will make fun of me again.
I thought you would go to church early on Sunday.
Early? Heck no. I go to like an 11 o'clock service, bro. I am not a morning person in any sense of the word. The only thing that occurs in the mornings for me are coffee. And that's only because my wife's a morning person and she can make the coffee and bring it up.
And blame is basically blame it on the genetics.
Yep, that's what I'm blaming it on. Blame it on the genes. Oh, back-to-back Serranos. Can you sweep the team? Oh, get that gun tank. Oh, you ran out of shots. Man, if only you had more rounds, you would have done it. GG. Look at that. We're ending on a victory.
Hell
Nicely
yeah.
done. Alrighty. Well, Nico, I don't think you have a stream. Do you have a channel that you stream to?
Yes, I stream on Twitch. I started streaming on Twitch like a month ago.
Hold on, Twitch. What's your Twitch?
It's XLI24.
XLI 20.
At this point, I'm just tired.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, so I started streaming like a month ago. I
Mhm.
got some motivation from Nick to get off my butt and do something.
Nice.
So I've been streaming since then. So basically, I do a lot of stuff. I'm doing like art, like emotes. I'm doing some animated emotes right now. I also do like some coding. So we have like a custom bot on our Twitch channel. A lot of fun commands.
Awesome.
So
I'm gonna add your Twitch to the description on this video. So if anybody wants to hang out with Nico, you can check out their Twitch channel. Do you have a schedule, or are you still trying to fall in line with what you want to do?
right now I have a schedule of I'm streaming Mondays and Fridays at 3 p.m. my time. So it's Pacific time. Yeah.
Yeah, we're same time.
Mhm.
Mondays and Fridays, 3 p.m. Awesome.
2 I'm streaming right now, but yeah, my chat is a degenerate chat, so I'm sure you guys will love it.
Perfect.
So one example is we have a command called pp. If you type in pp, it gives you a inclusive pp. We don't discriminate. So every time you ping, it gives you 0.0001 millimeter of pp. And people have been spamming it in my chat to the point they have like 0.00 like 20 or something.
So if you want to spam the pp command, you can head over to XOI24 on Twitch. Awesome. Well, I clicked to follow, so now you got 31 followers on that.
Thank
so
you.
we'll check it out if I catch you, and I'm not happen to be in one of those times where it's like, oh hey, I got an email back, time to figure this crap out. Serranos, what do you got on the menu for this weekend? Did sharing your screen kill your audio? Oh, I bet he's just seriously playing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I forgot.
You didn't want us to hear all your gamer words while you were playing Gundam.
No, it's not gamer words.
You
I don't know what
say
you're
words?
talking about.
Do you say words?
Unless you include the R slur, retard.
I just assume any words that a gamer says are gamer words, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be trying out Against the Storm. I've been wanting to try to get to playing that, and then I'll be watching some anime.
Nice.
I did buy it. I said it looked pretty good. It looks pretty good. I'll try it out. Give some recommendations on it.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw you posted Vermintide was free. I play Vermintide. I like that game. Vermintide 2 or whatever.
You didn't have it on Steam.
I played on PS5.
Yeah.
So, huzzah.
Well, now you can have it on Steam.
I wish it was crossplay, then we could play together.
But you can literally just have it on Steam, so.
All right, fine. I'll go grab it on Steam.
It's literally
free.
it's free.
All
it's
right,
free because
I'm
Dark
doing
Tide
it.
is coming out.
God, you peer pressured me into doing it.
It's free. You just have to click a button and it's on your Steam.
Yeah, you've already won. You've already peer pressured me into doing it.
You're like, oh, it's so hard. You just like made.
I didn't say it was hard. It's still peer pressure.
What do you think, Nico? Was it unfair?
I wasn't following.
Was it unfair that I told Blaine, oh, it's free. You can just click it to pick it up on Steam?
Oh.
Does that count as peer pressure to make?
I never said it was unfair, but I still think it's peer pressure. You are a peer pressuring me to do something.
Depends on the game.
Why would you not want to do it though? What was like the points against? That would mean there's like I'm countering you with something. It's not like I'm pressuring you out of nothing. Me saying something is like, hey Blaine, you should drink some water. Is that peer pressure?
I mean, depends on how many times
if I said whatever or no, and then you were like, no, do it, then yes.
Yeah,
yes,
how many times you repeat it, all right?
Okay, it's now registered to my account on Steam. To access my Steam content, simply go to the library and install it. Got it. All right. Wait, do I play Vermintide or Vermintide 2? Now I don't recognize it.
Vermintide 2 is the sequel, because there's 2 of them.
Well, clearly, but I just don't know which one I play. I don't recognize this hammer swinging dude, but I may just never play that character. I only ever play the pyro.
They're the same characters.
Well, yeah, but I only ever play the Pyro. Yeah, okay, it's I play Vermintide too. Okay.
The thing is, there's characters from the first game. Characters are the same, actually.
Whatever. I don't know which one I play then.
Yeah, I mean,
why don't I have a PP command? Because Nico never made me a PP command.
that'd be the only thing people play.
Because I didn't know this was a thing that I should do.
You have a Twitch, right?
I have a Twitch, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
currently
are
streaming on Twitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So technically, I can add my bot into your Twitch if you really want a PP command.
That's hilarious. If it's as easy as me just letting you like add the bot, then
Not at all. You don't have to do anything. I just want to not like bother you with my bot without your permission.
Oh, dude.
That's it.
Bot away.
Okay.
I'm not Elon. I'm not gonna be all upset that I've got bots in the chat, unless they're dropping hot singles near you for Tinder date. Like those ones get annoying, but any others would be hilarious. Repeal the 19th is a very gamer word. It might be. It's free now for. Shut up, Alex. Don't be on his side. Sounds good. It looks like you have a better grasp of this whole streamer thing than Blaine ever will. I think he's got more Twitch followers than me. Hold on, let me check.
Do I? I don't think so.
You've got 31 followers. My Blaine's Escape Corner account has like none. I've got 21 followers. Yeah, you've got 10 more followers on Twitch than I do.
Wow.
Absolutely dominated.
Yeah. Hold on, let me look at my Blaine and Katie. On my old Twitch, back in the before times, last live a year ago. How many followers does this account have? 190. So that was I got to 190 in a year. So that's your goal, Nico. You've got to beat 190 in a year's worth of twitching. I believe in you. You can do this. All right. I just gave you a real simple barrier, and now you're gonna beat it in just 3 months, if not quicker.
I don't think so. I probably need to go market on Nick's channel.
All right, I gotta use the restroom because I ate too much cheese for dinner. So yeah.
All right. Well, say good night to everyone then.
Good night.
Good night.
Nico, we're gonna work on that pessimism. We're gonna get you more positive, and we're gonna get you to the point where you've got more people. I don't care how we make it happen, but it's gonna happen. All right. Positive thinking doesn't change the world around you, but it does change the way you interact with the world around you. So we'll get to it.
The bot is now working on your channel.
Amazing. Amazing.
So if they type in PP, they're gonna get one.
Okay, I want to see if I do it in the YouTube chat, what happens?
No, it wouldn't work because it is tied to the Twitch API. So
but the Restream bot comments in the Twitch one.
What Restream bot is doing is it's taking, congratulations, Blaine. You just grown your first inclusive PP today.
Oh my goodness.
There is another command called Viagra that will grow your PP to a randomized amount. So
gotcha.
You don't have to spam PP every time. We're getting creative here.
Oh my goodness. This is amazing. You're acting like you're not gonna get hundreds of subscribers when you've already got commands that like grow eggplants on your freaking stream. Dude.
Yeah, maybe I just need confidence. I don't know.
Here's the deal. Some of the little things that come with streaming, like audio, video, different little add-ons and this kind of thing. Those things can all be tweaked and be added and messed with later on, and just going on and being like, I'm having fun. I'm talking with people. I'm gonna make this happen. That's just have fun. Have fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, that's when you stop doing it. You can't do it, Geminira. You gotta go on Twitch. Gotta go on the Twitch chat.
Yeah, go give some love to Blaine's Twitch channel. That nobody commented in Blaine's Twitch channel.
It's
you
true. We
started.
randomly get people when I play Minecraft. That's about it. They're like, "You suck at Minecraft," and they leave. It's really funny, and they like, there's like tons of them flood in for like a short period of time, and then they all run away. It's pretty good.
Before I forget, thanks for your words of encouragement, and I think I do want to get to at least right now to like 50, but like get to like realistic part of it. I think the Twitch algorithm really sucks. There is no like recommendation, no nothing.
Yep.
So the only people I ever get is like he said, they have to like manually search for your, I guess whatever they're looking for. In your case will be like Minecraft. They're looking for some Minecraft channel and they stumble upon yours when you're live.
Right.
Which, yeah.
Are you in the Discord? Or are you in my Discord?
Yes.
Okay. I'll shoot you a couple DMs because there's a couple little things you can do to help market your Twitch that might not be as exciting to everybody else, but it's gotten way easier than when I was doing it, when I had to actually like download VODs and edit them into highlight videos and stuff. There's a much faster and easier way to do a lot of that now that I'll show at you.
Thank you.
Really great having you on. I always love having more people coming on the panel and chatting and seeing what they think.
No problem.
Anytime. You now have the link to the room. Don't give this link to anyone you think is an idiot. Even though I post it out to everybody to get. But they have to take steps to find it. So I make it a little hard to find. Sometimes I forget to post it. But have fun with that, all right? For everybody else, I will catch you all on Monday for our last week of this month. So next week, Monday through Friday, our last 5 days of stream until we hit the Christmas season. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all for our pre-Thanksgiving shows. Have a good time. Come by.